You're watching Valley Sports, the home of the Angels, Clippers, Ducks, and Kings.
Last game before the All-Star break, and the Angels have a chance to take the series from the Seattle Mariners. As Welcome to Angels Live, presented by Nissan. Yeah, game 4 of this 4-game weekend series. Angels taking on the top team in the AL West, looking to take them down. Here's what's on tap over the next 30 minutes on a very big show coming at you from a bright Sunday afternoon. We have plays of the first half. We have All-Star memories. You're not going to believe who I'm joined by here this afternoon. And Tyler Anderson, the Angels' only All-Star, will join us live on set. That and much more happens right here, right now, on a very special All-Star edition of Angels Live. Yes, All-Star edition. I'm joined by 3-time Angel All-Star Garrett Anderson, 2-time Royal All-Star Mark Gubazan. I'm just happy to be here.
Well, you're an All-Star every day,
I'm an All-Star because of you guys. You know what? And I felt like an All-Star a minute ago. We had umbrellas out here.
Yes.
Now I can't see a darn thing because it's so bright. But what a day for some baseball. What a day for the third straight victory for your Angels before the All-Star break. Trying to take a little momentum in there before they come out. GA, I'm going to start with you. What have you seen from this team the last couple games? 2 one-run victories, very different ways they won, and certainly a big rebound from that 11-0 defeat on game 1.
The thing that sticks out is just the strength of the bullpen. It's been a staple for them all year, and it's given them a chance to win games. So for me, it's just the consistency, what comes out of the pen, and you know, when they get the leads in the game, they pretty much hold them.
And you got to have some momentum, right, Gooby, before the All-Star break? What a better way than take 3 from these guys?
Especially when you've lost the first 4 games against Seattle. Had a tough time up in Seattle, had a tough first game, but bounced back. Willie Calhoun's walk-off home run was the key. And G, you were right about that. The bullpen was so good. Gave you an opportunity to come back, get those swings. You know, you scored 2 runs, in the second inning yesterday, and held up against Seattle, a team that's in first place. Everyone's doing their job, the little things to be able to win games, get some momentum going, and win that last one, and then have a nice little All-Star.
Absolutely. GA, what about Willie Calhoun? I mean, on Friday night, he had the walk-off 2-run homer, and after the game, we talked about 3 Angels in organization's history that have hit one in the first and hit a walk-off in extras. He's one of them.
Yeah, he's just bookended that game. It was just, you know, at that point in the game, you figure you try to get him over, but he got him over, got him in, got himself in, busting 45 minutes.
Like with that bat.
That would never happen when I played, because I know the next time I went up, I'd be on my back. So they get to enjoy that kind of stuff. I would never, ever even think about it. I would get around the bases as fast as I could.
It was funny. Willie said that last night. He goes, he's never had a bat flip been fun. You don't know why he did it, but he had some fun. But you know, that was pretty cool to see him do that. His reaction was great. I mean, 2 good swings the first time in the second inning. He goes, Brian Wood throws nothing but fastballs, generally the first pitch, and he was ready and turned on it. And then it hits one out and break a ball out to walk it off. So that was a lot of fun there against Seattle.
First career walk-off in history for him, even in the minor leagues. He said he blacked out. I think that's what happened with the bat flip. Hey, Gooby, you both mentioned bullpen. Gooby, I want to start with you first. They had 12 innings. The bullpen's pitched the last 30 innings since game 1 of this homestand. I mean, how important have they been? And you got to start with Kenny Rosenberg.
You know, Ken, I think it came down. You were able to keep your high leverage guys available for Friday and Saturday. That's why they were able to win those games. Kenny Rosenberg, yes, you know, he gave up some runs in that game, but he also gave the length that Ron Washington really needed out of him. He got him 6 innings out of it. Yes, he gave up some runs, but he battled all the way through. He never wavered, never asked to come out of the game. And because of that, the bullpen and the high leverage guys were able to come in and go out and perform.
And I think people underestimate what they were actually really doing, because it's kind of the norm, but they're getting 9 to 12 outs a night, and they're consistently doing it. And for me, to be able to do that as a bullpen, you know, that shows a lot of resilience.
That was the same 3 guys, Gooby, when you look at Joyce and Garcia and, of course, Estevez going out there through 2 straight nights.
I mean, what they're doing is they're throwing strikes. They're not wasting a lot of pitches. They're not having at bats where you're throwing 7, 8, 9 pitches. They're going out in attack mode, and when you do that, you're going to get some quick outs. Each one had that special secondary to pitch to be able to get a swing and miss. That right on that fastball from Esty. You saw it from Ben Joyce. He was using that splinker in there, but his slider was good. By the way, 104.5 does help a little bit.
So I was about to say, he only needs 1 pitch.
I don't know. I don't think you you can tell what it would look like because you couldn't see it.
No, I even asked Willie. He goes, I don't know. I didn't see it. I just heard it. I heard bam on the commit. That was it. I mean, it's amazing how hard he throws.
Yeah, Ron Washington was saying the bullpen looked healthy and they looked rested, and that was certainly the case the last two games. We'll have a bullpen game this afternoon. More on that later. GA, though, I want to transition things to a position player, that being Joe Adell. And one thing we've seen from him the last couple days, when he first came up, it was all about the tools that he had, the athleticism that he had. That's been on display. His hitting, his fielding, and his running last two.
Yeah, it's nice to see it. It's nice to see it surface. You know, the years that he has been working his way in the minor leagues, you know, going up and down, up and down. It's just nice to see the tools being used, you know, whether it be a good swing or, you know, an outfield catch. It's just nice to see because these guys do put in a lot of work, and, you know, putting in a lot of work doesn't, everybody puts in work, but you actually start to see some production is pretty good.
I mean, running the bases exceptional. He is so quick in there. And his defense, he made a couple really good plays. He made him look easy, kind of like you, GA, out in left field. But I love what he's doing right now. I love the fact he's, you know, just the conversation with Johnny Wash and Tim Laker about how you get yourself in position to go with the pitch. Now, if you're up there trying to do damage every swing, you're going to make a lot of outs. So now you're seeing him more productive going the other way.
Yeah, it's just about consistency, right, with Joe Adell.
It is. And in this game, that's what you have to strive for every day. You know you're not going to get a hit every day, but you can not waste at bats.
And this is what we saw, right? We saw when he first came up. This is what we thought we're going to get a Joe Adell.
And he made that fairly easy off the bat, because the angle I'm up there in the booth, I'm thinking, oh, that's trouble right there. He's nowhere near that baseball, but he just got underneath that baseball, and he made the catch as if it was kind of routine. It was not routine, trust me. I think it was like 92 feet to be able to run that one down. That's a long way.
Well, you know what? It was exactly like GA. He didn't have to get dirty.
Yeah. And why get dirty if you don't have to?
Exactly. You know where to play.
You know what? He was in
I just
position.
knew where to play.
He was in position. That's exactly right. Well, the reason GA was in position so many times, he was an all-star 3 times, and Mark Kubas, as we mentioned, all-star twice with the Royals. Gents, what an honor it was, and how excited is, you know, Tyler Anderson getting a chance to go back GA for the second time?
Yeah, it was the first one. It was like a blur. I just don't remember. But the second one, I was able to. And I still send, you know, if I could send Manny Ramirez a card, because he made all this possible. He didn't want to go that year. So we win the World Series the year before. Mike starts me in left, and then they asked me to do the home run derby. So thank you, Manny Ramirez, wherever you are. I had a great time.
What was the home run derby like? I mean,
the home run derby was awesome, and I got a tip from Troy Gloss. He said, "Don't go up there and overswing. Just take a regular swing like you would do," and that's what I did. And everybody else was hitting balls 500 feet. Mine were scratching the backside of the wall.
Yeah, you would think if you were up there swinging as hard as you can, eventually you get tired. But if you have a good swing, then you'll be all right.
That's exactly what I did.
All right. Well, you get the MVP. You won the home run derby. I mean, what an experience for you. But then we go to Wrigley Field. I mean, what a place to have an all-star game, Mark Kubas.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of fun, especially when you get to face a few Hall of Famers. Ryan Sandberg, I'm still thinking, what were you looking at on that one right there? That was just slightly outside. And also in that same game, I struck out Gary Carter, and he told me later on that year, that's the only time he ever struck out in All-Star game history. And I was like, wow, Gary Carter, that, you know, he's a Hall of Famer. And I'm like, oh, by the way, why did you swing at that slide? And he goes, I had no idea what you threw, so I was just swinging at anything. I said, perfect. That made me feel good.
Gooby, well done. That was an all-star performance in the opening segment. We appreciate it.
Thanks. You telling me to go now already, too?
You have to go. Your time here is over.
Well, I appreciate it, guys.
It's getting hot. We got to move this show along. Hey, we're going to take a first time out. When we do come back, Tyler Anderson getting ready to join us live. Got a couple all-stars on set coming at you next.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
The National League Rookie of the Year is Corbin Carroll.
This dude is an absolute beast.
He's got every tool. He's got the power tool.
Carroll has hit another one.
Runs like the wind.
There goes Corbin. Go, Corbin, go.
He plays D.
Oh, he's got it. His signature play, that sliding grab.
Pound for pound, maybe the strongest player in the league.
It's been an incredible ride.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
For less, now with rewards.
Angels Live at Valley Sports is brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. The All-Star Game taking place in Arlington in a couple days. The Midsummer Classic, the halo that will be going. Tyler Anderson making his second All-Star appearance.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Oh, and a swing and a miss, and he got him. Oh, that's just pitching right there. Spotted it. Back-to-back Ks.
And welcome back out to our set inside the Big A. Ken French alongside. We got 5 All-Star games between these two guys to my left. GA, 3 with the Angels. Tyler Anderson now 2. 1 with the Dodgers, 1 with the Angels. TA, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We won't ask you too much about yourself because I know you don't like talking about it, but I do want to ask you about this game coming up. You've been one time before. Are you starting to get excited? And what excites you about the chance to go with your family here to an All-Star game again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really getting excited now. I feel like I had to make a start on Friday, so you want to make sure you don't get, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You still got to take care of business. But now that that's out of the way, just getting ready to leave today. It'll be a lot of fun. Go with my family, and really, it's just fun to see everybody out there. Get my kids out, and let them have a good time too.
I got a question for you. So I don't talk to the players too much when I come here. I give everybody their space, but there's always been one question I want to ask. What do you do with all the information that you guys get nowadays? I mean, how do you apply it to your game? Or another thing, how do you not take in so much?
Yeah, I feel like there's 2 types of information. There's scouting information, so it's on opposing hitters, and there's a lot of information on yourself, whether it's like pitching, analytics, whatever. For your own stuff, I feel like it's best if you know what you do well and you try not to chase different things. And then for the hitters, I feel like when you're looking at other hitters and getting information like that, I think you just kind of look at what you do well and how your strengths match up. Basically, the whole game is about knowing your strengths and how you can use those against other guys. So just find the best matchups.
Tyler, some pretty cool company that you're involved in right now. You're the 8th left-handed starter to go to the All-Star game to represent the Hails. You take a look at some of the numbers here, some of the players. GA, you play with a couple of these guys as well. I mean, that's some pretty good company. TA, when you look at these names, what kind of goes through your mind?
Joe Saunders. We play a lot of golf.
Yeah.
It's never baseball. Never baseball. It's always something. Mark Langston taking me aside, and helping me, when I was a young player. So that's the things I think about. It's just all the personal relationships I have.
Yeah, Tyler, when you see these names, I mean, that's a pretty cool company you get to be involved in.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of great players. And like you said, saw Joe in spring training. Great golfer, too.
Yeah.
So when you go to the All-Star game, I want to ask you about your kids going. Is there someone they're excited to see? I mean, there's 32, I think, first-time All-Stars going this year. I mean, that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it really is. For me, my only kids that are old enough to know what's going on are girls, and they don't really care. So my little boy, hopefully one day he'll know, but the girls care less.
What about you with like Paul Skeens and some of the other guys out there? I mean, who are you looking forward to see?
I'm excited to see him, see Skeens pitch in person. He's been obviously incredible coming up, but there's not a lot of interleague mix there with National American. So just talk to the guys in the American League, see how they go about their business.
Yeah, when I went to the All-Star game, my favorite thing was just being in the locker room with the guys. I mean, because you don't get often a chance to just be able to relax because we're always, competing with each other. So for you, I mean, what did you, from your first one to your second one? My first one, it was a blur. My second one, I actually had fun.
Yeah. For me, I thought it was a blur to the first one, but really I appreciated the catch play part of it. You get to go out there and throw with guys, play catch with somebody you've never thrown with before, and kind of see how their pitches work, how they go about their process, see how guys throw and what they work on. It's just, for me, that's really fun.
Tyler, thanks so much for joining us. We wish you the very best of luck. Strike out a few guys, especially a couple guys from up the road.
That'd be great. Thanks so much for having me.
That would be a lot. All right, man. Tyler Anderson, the All-Star for the Angels, heading to Arlington tonight. Spend some time with the family, and hopefully he'll get into the game on Tuesday. When we do come back, it is the best first plays of the first half coming at you on Angels Live from inside the Big A.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
/plan.
Angels Live at Valley Sports is brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. The unofficial end of the first half of the season is today. Right now, we look back at some of the top plays from the first half.
To that one, throw to first. Ooh, look out. What a play.
There's a drive, right center field, hit well. Mullins is back for it. He's near the wall. It is gone. Leadoff home run, Mike Trout. Adele is back for it. He's out near the wall. Leaps up, and he's got it. Joe Adele crushing up against the wall. Robs Diaz of extra bases. He drives one out toward left field, moving back for it. Is Cabbage out near the wall, and Cabbage caught it. No, he didn't. It's gone. It's a home run. Oh, Hoppy hit it out. The game is over. It's a home run.
That is ripped. A base hit. Adele scores. The Angels take the lead. It's 3-2. Taylor Ward coming up huge. Swing and a miss, and there it is. Angels win.
A grand slam. Mickey Moniak hits one out, and the Angels are ahead 5-2. Pitch outside, throw to second, and Guillaume got the tag down. Green is out. How about Oapi threw that ball sideways? Hides it to left field. It's over. Say goodnight to the Tigers. 6 in a row for the Angels. Kevin Pillar wins it. Taylor Ward scores, and the Halos are unstoppable right now.
Willie Calhoun, did he do it? He's looking. He walks it off. He walks it off. Willie Calhoun and the Angels win it.
Some great memories of the first half of the season for the Angels right up until the final game here before the All-Star break. When you look back at those plays, GA, is there one that stands out to you?
As much as I love offense, being an offensive-minded player, any of the ones that have showed robbing a home run, it's just because I know I've been on the other end of that. It's such a sick feeling in your stomach. So seeing great defensive plays is something I always love watching.
Yeah, Kevin Pillar had a great catch in Oakland. That certainly stands out in my mind. But now let's talk report cards. Let's go back to school. Let's bring in Carlin Baith. Carlin, I know that you had a chance to talk with Ron Washington and get his assessment on the first half and what he's looking forward to.
School usually induces a little bit of anxiety, Frenchie, but Ron, as usual, was calm, cool, and
collected as he spoke with the media earlier today. I asked him if he could evaluate the first half of the season for us and then also let us know what there is to get done after they come out of the All-Star break. And he spoke with us earlier about that.
The only thing we're trying to tackle in the second half is finding sustainability and consistency. As far as getting to this point from day one to right now, it's been growth. It's been trying to learn how to grind. It's been trying to learn how to win. It's been trying to learn how to come to the ballpark every day and develop work ethic. And all of those things right there, hopefully when we hit the second half, will come into play. We've been doing a lot of teaching and seeing a lot of stuff out there I've never saw before. So we got a young group. So I think we have grown. And I think as we come into the second half, we should see a better second half than we saw the first half.
He was asked if he could grade the first half of the season. He gave it a C+. Frenchie, that's a passing grade, and there's room for improvement there as well. So we'll see what the growth is as they approach the second half after the break.
All right, Carlin, you're an A+ in our minds,
yes.
So well done. We highly appreciate that. As we talk about what's going on with this team, GA, and you're a big proponent of, you know what, you got to get your ABs in the minor leagues. And you've said several times, you got to get at least 1,500 at-bats. We're going to show you a graphic that's very, very telling when it comes to games. It's incredible that a lot of these athletes here for the Angels have played more up in the big leagues than they have in the minor leagues.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just, the landscape of baseball has changed so much. It's such a young game. Players are, being literally forced to come up at this level. Yeah. One, getting a return on investment. I totally understand that. But there's an element of development that's never going to change. Every player has a developmental stage, and some are shorter than others, but that's something that you'll never be able to change in this game.
Yeah, on the job training right now, and it's tough to learn at the highest level in baseball. And one guy that's had to do that is Jo Adell. We showed you some of the numbers there, but we talked about his athleticism and how he's been really having these complete games the last two, but I know that you want to kind of speak to his journey and how it's been unique on how he's gotten here.
I mean, I could totally relate to him. I was signed out of high school as well, but the difference between him and I was afforded development because they didn't rush guys to the big leagues. He's been up and down and up and down and up and down, different coaches, not knowing any continuity. So he's pretty much left to kind of almost figure it out. Yeah, coaches can only do so much, but all the mistakes that he was making earlier, I made those without the camera on me. So he's getting scrutinized for something that probably should have been developing in the minor leagues, and I think he's handling it really well. I mean, he's always positive when I see him, and at that age, I don't know how I would have reacted coming up at such a young age and being thrusted to where they're telling you should be this good, you should be doing it now when you really shouldn't.
Yeah, great insight. And Jo Adell starting to find his game here at the big league level. As we take our final time out in Angels Live, coming at you from inside the Big A. When we do come back, starters and lineups we're going to see this afternoon.
What? All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Fries have been flying out the door at McDonald's. Why? Because when the Angels win the game, you win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase only on the app and participate in McDonald's. This is the scene the last couple days. Why? Because the Angels have won 2 in a row, looking for 3 straight. Dump them on the table, share with the cameraman, and just bring smiles to the faces of kids. And hopefully Carson Fulmer, he can bring a smile to the Angels' face. A little bullpen game, GA, because Estevez, Joyce, Garcia, they've gone back-to-back games. You probably won't see them. We'll see how far Fulmer can go.
Yeah, he's making his first start of the year. I'm sure. I mean, he's done it in the past, so it's not anything new to him. But yeah, bullpen day, and try to get as many outs early as you can to preserve the back end of the bullpen.
Fulmer, 2.31 ERA over his last 7 appearances. He's going to take on a lineup. We've said it before. They had the worst average in baseball entering this series. That's not the case. They got some guys that can hit, and boy, has Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez taken it to the head.
Yeah, these guys, they're good players, and they're going to hit their home runs. Julio a little bit down this year, not sure why. Maybe the league has made the adjustment to him, and he's a young player trying to make the adjustment as well.
Speaking of all-stars, on the mound for the M's, their lone all-star being Logan Gilbert, named to the all-star team. He will not pitch tomorrow because he is pitching here this afternoon. Took on the Padres. He defeated them last time out, 3 runs over 7.2 innings. First time, though, he'll face the Halos.
Yeah, it's fastball slider guy. He's going to come right at you. He pounds the zone. Big, strong guy with a good angle. So Angel hitters should be ready today.
Speaking of Angel hitters, what a transition. We'll go right into the lineup that Ron Washington's going to put out on the field here this afternoon. Anthony Rendon, he will not be playing here this afternoon, getting a well-needed day off. First day off since returning to the lineup on Monday, and this is how things will shake out.
Yeah, what I like to see is I've been watching for a little while this summer. It's just some continuities to the lineup. Guys have an idea where they're going to bat in the lineup, and that goes a long way.
And what are the guys thinking here? Empty the tank right now with the All-Star break ahead?
Get this game, get a win so we can enjoy the next 4 days.
Absolutely. You got 3 straight on the table for the Angels and a chance to take the series from the AL West leading Seattle Mariners. Fans are filing in on a Sunday, sunny afternoon here in Southern California. Couldn't be a better day for baseball and a better day for an Angel win. On the other side, Wayne Randazzo, Mark Gubicza will have the call. It is Angels as they go for the series win, the last game before the All-Star break.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Host a local event and give kids in your community a chance to compete in the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 MLB World Series. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
watching Valley Sports, the home of the Angels, Clippers, Ducks, and Kings.
It is a sensationally beautiful day in Southern California, and we bring you the last game before the All-Star break from Angel Stadium. The Los Angeles Angels wrapping up this four-game set against the Seattle Mariners. Alongside Mark Loomis, I'm Wayne Randazzo. Gooby, we have made it all the way to the All-Star break.
Yes, we have a chance to win a series against Seattle after losing those 3 games up in Seattle. Get a chance to win 3 of 4 here, but, you know, the first half hasn't been perfect, but there's been a lot of magical moments.
There certainly have been some great moments throughout the entire first half of the pre-All-Star break schedule. We'll send you through those moments here right now.
It's gone! A grand slam! Logan ties it on opening night!
Ground ball, Neto gets to that one. Throw to first. Ooh, look out, Neto. What a play.
There's a drive right center field, hit well. Mullins is back for it. He's near the wall. It is gone! Leadoff home run, Mike Trout. Adele is back for it. He's out near the wall. Leaps up, and he's got it! Joe Adele crushing up against the wall. Robs Diaz of extra bases. And he drives one out toward left field. Moving back for it is Cabbage out near the wall. And Cabbage caught it! No, he didn't! It's gone! It's a home run! Oh, Hoppy hit it out! The game is over! It's a home run!
That is ripped, a base hit. Adele scores, the Angels take the lead. It's 3-2. Taylor Ward coming up huge. Swing and a miss, and there it is. Angels win.
And it is gone! A grand slam! Mickey Moniak hits one out, and the Angels are ahead 5-2. Pitch outside, throw to second, and Guillorme got the tag down. Green is out. How about Ohapi threw that ball sideways? Hides it to left field. That's over. Say goodnight to the Tigers. 6 in a row for the Angels. Kevin Pillar wins it. Taylor Ward scores, and the Halos are unstoppable right now.
Willie Calhoun, did he do it? He's looking. He walks it off. He walks it off. Willie Calhoun and the Angels win it.
More fun to be had after the All-Star break, and maybe a little today as well. Game 4, the last one before the break. Angels and Mariners finish up this series in just a moment.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
With the 25th selection, the Los Angeles Angels select Michael Trout. The New York Yankees select Aaron Judge.
Anthony Volpe.
The Baltimore Orioles select Manny Machado.
Grayson Rodriguez. Adley Rutschman. Jackson Holiday.
The Nationals select Bryce Harper. Steven Strasburg.
Dylan
Carlos Correa.
Alex Bregman.
Corey Seager.
Walker Will Smith.
Chris Ryan.
George Kirby.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go, take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Angels baseball on Bally Sports is brought to you by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. By Jack in the Box, the Munchies have met their match. Try Jack's Munchies under $4 today. And by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Logan O'Hoppe had some fine moments in the first point of the season. He is behind the plate again today as the Angels wear their City Connect uniforms once again to close out the pre-All-Star break schedule. And O'Hoppe will be catching Carson Fulmer on what is largely a bullpen day here for the Angels.
That'll be his 25th game. He's a guy that will give you some innings out of the bullpen now, getting that chance to start this game. My go-tos for Carson to have a solid game against Seattle here this afternoon on this warm afternoon. Get some swing and misses versus his changeup. His changeup is a very, very solid pitch. 20 punch-outs on his changeup this season. And spin slider effectively. He's got a spin rate well over the average spin rate on his slider, so he's going to need that against Seattle here today with 7 punch-outs.
Sure, the order for the Mariners, a team that has largely struggled to hit and score runs over the course of the season thus far. Cal Raleigh's really been red hot lately, batting third and catching Julio Rodriguez in the cleanup spot in center field again for Scott Service. And for now, the first place Seattle Mariners, although that lead has dwindled quite a lot. It was a 10-game lead at one point. It's a 1-game lead entering today. And the Mariners were going to have to fight for their lives after the All-Star break to hold on to the top spot in the division, with the Astros coming on strong. And Texas not all that far behind either.
Yeah, Texas certainly has a run in themselves, and the Astros are playing well, but Seattle has this great pitching.
They certainly do, and that will keep them in every game. It has largely kept them in every game so far, as Carson Fulmer was ready for the first pitch. But
the gate opened the bullpen, the old bullpen here. Remember that very well. Back in the '89 All-Star game, being down there hanging out with Nolan Ryan.
That gate in right field needs to be closed, and I guess nobody is available to do that except for Joe Adell.
Joe could do it all.
Joe knows.
Yes.
How to close gates. Well, hopefully. So Joe Adell will put the gate together. That's the job that has to be done. Yeah, I think that has to be done from the other side.
Yes.
So Joe can't do that, and finally someone has come over to assist Joe Adell to close that gate from beyond the outfield wall. So ready to go.
And take a look at our East and East defense. Speaking of Joe Adell, out in right field, 5 defensive run saves out in right field with a couple assists so far. Moniak Ward out there with him. Drury, Neto, Hira, and Shawnwell in the infield, and O'Hoppe behind the dish.
Catches the first pitch, which is ball 1 to J.P. Crawford, leading things off. The Long Beach native out of Lakewood High School, who was drafted by the Phillies. He was a first-round pick, and he was really miserable in Philadelphia. He did not enjoy his time in your home city.
Well, the Phillies aren't enjoying their time in against Oakland today either in Philly today. 18-3, I think it is.
Well, that's just that old city rivalry back together.
Yes, yeah, Philadelphia A's versus the Philadelphia Phillies.
It is 18-3 Oakland. Well, that's quite a send-off to the break for the Phillies. And here's Crawford lifting a fly ball to right center field. Shifting over is Mickey Moniak, gliding to make the catch for out number 1. And we are underway on a very sunny Sunday afternoon here at the Big A.
Get a quick, relatively quick out with J.P. Crawford. He's a guy that works counts very well. And well, you look up, he saw it even against Soriano, a bunch of pitches that first at bat. Quick out there for Carson Fulmer, which you love to see in this warm afternoon.
I'm being told that Oakland is the only team in the majors that has scored 18 runs in a game this year. And this is now the 3rd time that they've done it. And what a time they are having today. They have hit 8 home runs. Lawrence Butler has hit 3 homers in that game for Oakland today. Rooker's hit 2. Seth Brown has hit 2. And Zach Geloff has a grand slam. So it is 8 home runs in that game for the A's.
Geloff's from that area too, so I know he has a lot of family and friends, but I'm glad you're so happy about that.
Well, I'm just
you are
saying it out loud.
Yes.
Mitch Garver with a pop-up. I'm exclaiming it because it's so shocking. And a ball caught on the infield by Keston Hira, who was a late addition to the Angels lineup today. Luis Guillorme had some back tightness. We talked about it yesterday. It was a little surprising to not see Guillorme in there with Jose Soriano pitching, considering he's so good defensively, and you need that kind of infield with Jose Soriano, a ground ball pitcher on the mound. But Guillorme's back has been tightening up, so he wasn't in there yesterday, and he was scratched from the lineup today.
That's usually a lot of times that happens where, you know, if you're a player like here, it's got a chance to play today. You expect him to do something pretty good with the bat today. especially against a very good one in Logan Gilbert.
Cal Raleigh has had his batting average climbing with his hot streak of late. 1 ball, 1 strike. He'll be catching for Logan Gilbert today. It's the last game before the All-Star break. Now, colloquially, you'll hear it referred to as the end of the first half. The first half's been long over. This is game number 96 for the Angels today. For the Mariners, it's game 98.
Yeah, they're nearly at 100 games already.
So we're roughly 60% of the way through the schedule, even though we're just now getting to the All-Star break. It's an easy thing to say, split it first half, second half, but truly it's been the second half now for a while. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Raleigh. But what we will see is over the next few days, the draft, which is of high concern, I think, to Angels fans, because today especially, the Angels have the 8th overall pick and 3 of the first 74 picks. It'll be a busy night for the Angels front office.
And it's very important when we talk about development of these young players. Again, you need to be able to get that farm system built with some players. And you might even see built more so with some bats, I think, in this draft if they could do that.
Well, history tells you that the Angels' first-round pick tonight will be someone that we'll be getting to know here very soon. Swing and a miss by Cal Raleigh, and a good first inning for Carson Fulmer. 1-2-3.
There's an easier way. From repairs and cleaning to remodeling and more, Thumbtack makes it easy to care for your home. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Have you heard? Soda's not a dirty word anymore. Introducing Poppy, the best thing to happen to lemon lime since, well, lemons and limes. It's the iconic, refreshing flavor you crave, but with 3 grams of sugar. Real lemon, real lime, real juicy flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy. Poppy, soda's back.
I was paying for my ex's wine club membership for months before I caught it. After we broke up, I forgot all about it, but my credit card did not. That's why I downloaded Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place, and any you don't want, you cancel right in the app. Raise a glass to smarter spending and download Rocket Money today.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts.
Angels lineup is brought to you by Theodore Robbins Ford, with Nolan Shonowell leading off at first base. Brandon Drury's up in the 2-hole today. Taylor Ward would like to get things going as he bats third. Willie Calhoun in the lineup after his big night on Friday, and Logan O'Hoppe closing down what has been an excellent portion of the season for him going into the All-Star break. O'Hoppe has really been great, but so is this guy for the Mariners, a first-time All-Star this year, Logan Gilbert.
Outstanding stuff. Fastball is very good. Splitter's been unhittable this season. He throws a cutter, slider, curveball, and he's around the strike zone himself. 115 strikeouts, 25 walks.
Well, you ask people who've been around the game a long time about this Mariners pitching staff, and everyone will kind of say the same thing. It is refreshing to see a pitching staff that attacks with fastballs, that throws a lot of strikes, that goes deep into games. This Seattle staff is a throwback in some ways, and they do it really collectively with a lot of guys who are pretty much the same.
Gilbert leads the American League in innings pitched.
He will after today. He's a couple of innings behind Seth Lugo. He should get there, barring anything unforeseen. Logan Gilbert will lead the majors in innings pitched by the end of the day, most likely. So 0-2 on Shonowell, drives one out toward right field. Hit well. Robles is back for it. Here with the wall. It's off the wall. Nolan Shonowell bids for extra bases. The throw comes in too late. It's a leadoff double. Now the ball skips over toward third base as Rojas tracks it down, keeping Shonowell at second.
It's all about Joe Adell's help out there with the gate. And he lines it off it. Went down and got that breaking ball. Slider, dropped the barrel of the bat. This is the 11th double. Maybe he should have left it open. He might have been running forever then.
That ball would just be bouncing all the way to the freeway, I think, at that point.
Already an important spot here to be able to get this guy home now. And Brandon Drury, when he's on his game, he hits the ball exceptionally well to right center.
For whatever reason, the Angels have done pretty well against Gilbert in the past. He has a .457 ERA against the Angels lifetime. And last year in a couple of outings, he struggled. He gave up 4 home runs in 10 innings, 10 runs allowed in those 10 innings. As the Mariners lost both times Gilbert faced the Angels last year.
That last pitch was 99.
And that one 98 over the outside edge. Gilbert, because he's pitching today, will not be eligible to pitch in the All-Star game. And the Mariners have had Andres Munoz added as well. As Drury taps one to the left side, that will not move the runner. Crawford throws out Drury.
Go-tos to be successful against Gilbert today. Good swing already for Shawnuel, but you have to be ready to lift the heater in the air. 5 home runs versus his heater this season. A warm afternoon will carry, but make sure that splitter is above the knees. 37 strikeouts with his splitter and a whiff percentage over 47%.
That splitter has been close to unhittable this year for Logan Gilbert, as he drops a curveball that misses a little low to Taylor Ward. 1 ball, no strikes.
What we've seen it. This staff knows exactly what they're trying to do on the mound too. They knew that Brandon Drury was trying to hit the ball that right side, so he pitches inside, just like they did with Anthony Rendon yesterday late in that game with a man on second, no outs. That's pitching.
There's a slider strike on the outside corner to Ward. 1 ball and 1 strike. These Mariners know how to pitch, and it's not just the starting rotation. The starters get a lot of the glory. They pitch the most innings, but their bullpen has been pretty good as well. 2 balls and a strike on Ward, who's largely hit Gilbert well. We talked about the Angels' success against Gilbert. Well, Taylor Ward's front and center as far as that goes. 6 for 14 with a home run against Logan Gilbert.
It's a big run out there to get an early lead against Gilbert and the Mariners today.
Swing and a miss there on a slider at the bottom of the zone, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. First pitch strikes, fastball strikes. This is Seattle pitching at its finest, and it starts with their starting rotation. All guys who have top stuff.
I think that's why their bullpen's so good, because they're getting length from their starters.
It certainly helps. Ball 3. I mean, think about Gilbert's an all-star for the first time. Last year, George Kirby was an all-star for the first time, and Luis Castillo's been there 3 times. And Bryce Miller has all-star quality stuff. So does Brian Wu, even though Wu struggled in the game off the IL on Friday. Full count on Taylor Ward.
Oh, wow. Slip sliding away. Well, we always say Ricky Henderson said the easiest bases is steal third, and we joke around. He said he's Ricky Henderson now with his 4 stolen bases, but
well, one of these
days,
days,
make it back. Put it that way.
One of these days, someone's going to have to take the ice skates off of Shawnuel. That's strike 3. Taylor Ward looks at a slider at the top of the zone, and Gilbert has his first strikeout, 2 down.
And the defense behind Logan Gilbert, he's around the plate all the time. But Cal Raleigh, for me, is one of the best catchers. We talk a lot about Logan on Hop. He's thrown out 32% of base stealers, but also he has 12 defensive runs saved behind the plate. Yes, his offense is there, but he's catching a lot. This is his 74th time behind the plate this season for Seattle already. Catch a lot of innings too.
And there's Willie Calhoun. There's ball 1. We told you yesterday that Calhoun was the 3rd Angel to ever have a first inning home run and a walk-off home run in the same game. Now that is fine and dandy. That's a 60-plus year history of this franchise. But on this note about Willie Calhoun hitting a first inning homer and a walk-off homer in the same game with his team trailing. Well, that had only happened twice before in Major League history, and here's the 2 guys who did it. Babe Ruth in 1922 and Alex Rodriguez in 2007.
That's a pretty good company there for him.
Yeah, 2 guys without 1,400 home runs between them.
Yes.
2 balls and a strike on Willie Calhoun, who is the batter here, is the designated hitter with Shawnuel at second base and 2 down here in the first. Shawnuel started this inning with a double. And he is still in scoring position with 2 away. Well, they've been trying to pick Shawnuel off all inning over there, but Gilbert with no luck this time.
Batters hitting 250 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs against Gilbert.
It's this one hard in the air. Julio Rodriguez glides over and has that. Leadoff double wasted in the first.
Managing my credit card debt was overwhelming, and it just wasn't a good place to be. My name is Carter, and Upstart helped me get rid of that credit card debt with a personal loan. Checking my rate with Upstart was super quick, super easy. It took me a few minutes to get my pre-approval and to get my interest rate. I got my money the next day. To just have one due date a month and only paying one person made my life a lot easier. Super easy to the point that I referred my friends to come and get a loan with Upstart.
Easy online borrowing. Personal loans up to $50,000. Go to upstart.com.
Let's talk about Black Ops. It was awesome, hitting fairways and hitting it further. A great blend of forgiveness and speed. All right now. Sound is a big one for me. It definitely checks that box. Wow, that's good. The look of it when you're over the ball is great. I have the confidence with it when I'm playing. My name's Eric Cole and I play PXG. Perfection.
PXG? Nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Hims was made for guys who want to see results. Whether it's for hair loss, weight loss, ED, or mental health. Get quality care from licensed providers 100% online and join the millions of guys who use Hims. Find the treatment that works for you.
Welcome back to the Big A. It's the last game for the Angels before they head into the All-Star break. And as Wayne Randazzo was saying, it's game number 96. You can't quite call it the halfway point in the season, but it is a good time to get a progress report on the team. So I asked Ron Washington earlier just what his thoughts were about this first part of the season. And he told me from day one to right now, it's been all about growth, really learning to grind for these guys, trying to learn how to win, learning to come to the ballpark every day and develop some work ethic, and then ask for things to improve on outside and coming out of the All-Star break, guys. He said we've been doing a lot of teaching, and in the second half of the season he kind of wants to see that implemented. So he thinks they're going to have a great second half, and so far so good on the report from the first half, guys.
I mean, there's so many things, Carlin, for the obviously you want to be in first place or right there at the top as far as in contention for the postseason, but you're seeing some really good signs for development of the players. We talk a lot about Logan O'Hoppe, Zach Neto, Nolan Shawnall. You see that double lead off, but some of the arms are starting to see develop too. Mickey Moniak's coming around. Joe Adell's doing some good things. I mean, what Soriano threw last night, what we saw from Ben Joyce too. And you got some arms coming up very shortly with Sam Bachman, who was here last year, but he's been throwing the ball exceptionally well. Jack Kohanowitz too. I like his arm. He's developing. He's got a chance of being special too.
We know there's some young relievers that are on the rise in the minor league system as well. Julio Rodriguez at the plate, count 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2 biggest things to come out of this part of the season so far is that, and we've talked about it, Logan O'Hoppe and Zach Neto have established themselves in a bona fide major league starting players. Rodriguez chases and whiffs on a good curveball from Fulmer. One away here in the second. That's the second strikeout for Carson Fulmer.
Spinning his curveball and his slider so far that they get 2 strikeouts.
You know, Ben Joyce has turned himself into a guy that you can really count on late in games, and we expect Carlos Estevez to get traded and maybe another guy or 2 in that bullpen, which should open up some save chances for Joyce in the final couple of months as well. And it'll be interesting to see how he takes to that role, because that's really the role you kind of envision him in.
That's a tough role, but you can already sense, whether you're here at the Big A or even on the road, when Ben Joyce leaves the bullpen mound to walk onto the field, everyone expects something magical to happen. That's what you love seeing for a guy that potentially could be in that 8th and 9th inning role.
And they'd love to add Joe Adell to that list. If by the end of September Joe Adell has turned things around to the point where he can say that he's in the lineup for next year, that would be a huge thing for the Angels. They'd love that. Adell's got a tremendous skill set. We'd love to be able to see that unfold on a consistent basis at the major league level. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jorge Polanco.
Well, his last 2 games defensively out in the outfield, he's made 2 really good plays, and off the bat we got that perfect view. We're thinking there's no chance he's getting there, but he ends up making it look routine on those plays, which is good to see.
It's important now, looking ahead,
for the Angels to figure out what the starting rotation is supposed to look like beyond this year. You know, Patrick Sandoval has elbow surgery. Reed Detmers has been at AAA and he struggled again yesterday. Certainly he figures to be a big part of the future once he's able to show that he can get hitters out consistently again.
Yeah, in his first 4 games of the season, you were thinking, okay, he's going to be a 17, 18 game winner. Now it's been a big struggle. It's how you battle your way back and start being more consistent. It hasn't been the case. He's had a couple games here and there, but no consistency quite yet at AAA.
And you mentioned Kohanowitz and Bachman, guys who should get opportunities here. How about Carson Fulmer today? That's 95-mile-an-hour fastball to strike out Jorge Polanco.
He's feeling pretty good with his fastball. That's the thing that's so good about Carson. He starts getting the hitters look for his changeup, his curveball, slider, and he can run that 4-seam fastball upstairs and get it by hitters at 95.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the second. Fulmer's retired 5 in a row to start the game, 3 with strikeouts consecutively. And here's Luke Raley. He swings and misses. It is impossible to know Carson Fulmer and his story and not to root for him. He is an amazing story. He is a guy that loves this game. And you know he's relishing the opportunity to start. He likes being in the bullpen. He loves pitching whenever, wherever for a major league team. But he loves starting a game on the mound. And, you know, he is absolutely jacked for this one.
And if it was a game tomorrow, he'd say, all right, I could pitch about 3 innings tomorrow, regardless of how many innings I go today.
That ball is driven to the right field corner by Raley as it hooks foul.
He's already had 7 swing and misses already to this point. And that's just nothing but a long strike.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Raley.
One of the few pitches he hasn't hit his spot yet. That was a fastball pretty much middle of the plate, and he just hooked it foul. And Raley's been up a couple times in the series of late in which he's hasn't had a chance to, or hasn't performed or got that runners home. So that ball was crushed there. Just pulled it foul at nearly 113 off the bat. But again, it's a strike.
And he left the bases loaded twice yesterday. 1-2. Chopper to first. Nolan Shonowell has that. 6 up, 6 down for Carson Fulmer. And we will hear from Mike Trout in the bottom of the second.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone!
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge.
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Take a look at our Carl's Cam replay. Watch this at bat from Mike Trout as he smacks a home run in the All-Star game. That is his second of back-to-back All-Star Game MVP awards. He is the only player in the history of the All-Star Game to win the MVP 2 years in a row. We are pleased to be joined by Mike Trout right now. It could be a little weird for you to not be a part of the All-Star festivities or be in the All-Star Game this year.
It is. It is. You know, like I said, I always look forward to go on that, see for the fans, and obviously, you know, playing with guys you compete against every single day. So it's the best of the best, and yeah, I'm definitely going to miss it.
Trout, do you still remember even those at-bats? You got that against Zach Greinke, too, a teammate, too, at one point, but that was a good swing going the other way against him.
Oh, yeah, I remember that clear as day. We were talking about it the other day in the cage with Ali. the at-bat I had against Scherzer in Washington. It was just the fans on their feet, obviously hometown, and just the whole feeling and the vibe of it was incredible.
Here's Logan O'Hoppe hitting a bouncer. Come on. Raley makes the play to first. I want to ask you, we're going to get to your rehab here in a second, but I want to ask you about Logan specifically, because he has matured so much as a catcher and as a leader and as an offensive player. What is your thought about how Logan has come over since the beginning of this season?
Yeah, it's been great. The development and, like you said, the growth. We talk every single day. The biggest thing that stands out with Logan, man, it's you tell him something, he sticks with it, and he can put it on the field and actually do it. And believe in it, and it's been fun to be a part of and just see that growth. And then just missed it. But it's just, like I said, the growth, and we have conversations about situations, at bats, what I'm thinking, what he should be thinking, how he feels, and to be able to talk to a young kid like that and to be able to process it up at the plate, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, Trotty, we were watching the other day because you had to break a ball off of Scherzer out, and he did the same type of thing too against him. So that's the conversation that helps a young player out like that.
Yeah, I think going back to that, it's just big situations, 2-0, you getting hitters counts, 3-1. Sometimes you get out of your approach, you get out of your swing, you try to hit the ball so far. Yeah, you're in a good count, but you keep that same approach, and if you put a good swing on the ball, good things will happen. If you go up there trying to hit home runs every time, you're going to get out. So I think, talking to Logan, to be able to just calm himself down and just, use that approach that got him in that count 2-0, 3-1, and keep that same mentality, your results are going to be way higher than if you go up there, 2-0, 3-1, hitters counts, and you're trying to launch. So for him to do that, and, he was just, like I talked to him after the game, he hit the 2 home runs off Scherzer. He was just trying to hit the ball hard up the middle, not trying to do too much. And then he came out, he hit 4 rockets that night, and it's pretty impressive, like I said, just to be able to, talk to a guy like him as a young player, and to process that and to take it out on the field. It was pretty cool.
1-2 on Zach Neto as he strikes out. Mike, we're going to keep you for the top of the third if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back in just a moment. No score after 2.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own. Aaron Judge is a special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone!
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge. He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
There's a kid in a full Mike Trout uniform here at Angel Stadium today. It is certainly a sight we see often, Trout jerseys all around Angel Stadium, and we're pleased to be joined by Mike Trout here for the top of the 3rd inning as Carson Fulmer faces Victor Robles, and the first pitch is a bouncer to first base. Well, we better hurry and ask Mike all the questions here. Mike, how's the rehab going? When should we expect you back in the lineup?
Yeah, rehab's going good. I don't have a specific date or anything in mind, but it's going really good. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm excited. I'm anxious to get back out there. Like I said, the rehab assignment or, when I'm coming back, it's not, set in stone, but, pretty sure it's going to be pretty soon. So.
Yeah, you've talked a lot about you're not necessarily concerned with the hitting part, even the timing part. It's more standing out there, running in the outfield, running on the bases before you feel you're ready to go, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Swinging feels really good. I don't feel really anything. Just getting like you said, standing out there, sprinting, doing it for a 9-inning game, and then see how I feel after. So, that's what we're building up on right now, and we're fortunate enough we got the All-Star break to grind that out a couple more extra days so we don't lose that many games. So it's like I said, I'm excited to I'm anxious to get back out there. It's been a long journey.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, what's been some of the most difficult parts of this absence in particular?
Yeah, it's not I've seen the guys grind every day. I want to be a part of it. I want to you can only do so much, sitting in a dugout, going to talking to players, but being able to compete with them, night in and night out. That's what you live for. It's a family, man. We're all family, and there's only one thing on their mind, and it just sucks that I couldn't be out there with them, and hopefully soon I'll be out there with them.
Spend some time though with the family. Congrats with baby Jordy.
For sure.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah, everybody's great. Mom's healthy. Jordy's healthy. Come on, Mick. Come on. Yes, sir. Nice
Mickey
play.
Moniak makes a sliding catch.
He did it for you, Trouty.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a Trouty out there.
Sir.
Mike, take us through. What is that play like when you see it developing?
Yeah, that's tough. He's seeing it, tracking it. Looked like it kind of cut back on him a little bit. He's had a couple plays. I talked to him about this. He's had a couple plays where the ball is acting a little funky in that gap. So, to be able to adjust like that, that's a tough catch. So, it's a nice one.
Yeah, baseball in the afternoon can carry pretty good here, huh?
For sure. Definitely in day games, man. When it's warm like this, it's, best time to hit.
There's Dylan Moore taking a strike. Mike, how do you maintain approachability with so many young teammates? Now you're playing with guys that were kids when they watched you in your early part of your career as you were really starting to become an MVP player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of young guys coming up, and I just try to make myself approachable. Anything I do can, help the youngsters out. That's what I'm here for. I want to be able to, if something's on their mind, try to give them the right advice and, try to, get them to be the best player they can be.
Do you ever get a sense that a teammate is like, hey, that's Mike Trout? I don't know if I don't feel comfortable even going up to this guy. He's such a legend.
Well, there might be a few, but them guys, I try to approach them myself. If I feel that way, like they don't want to, engage with the conversation, or they feel like they, just, I don't know, like the feeling, but I like to, try to make them, feel comfortable and to be able to, get to that moment or that point where they can come up to me and ask me questions, and, if stuff's on their mind, that I can, get it done. How about Carson?
Carson Fulmer mowing down the Mariners so far. Mike, thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks, Trouty.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
The National League Rookie of the Year is Corbin Carroll.
This dude is an absolute beast.
He's got every tool. He's got the power tool.
Carroll has hit another one.
Runs like the wind.
There goes Corbin. Go, Corbin, go.
He plays D.
Oh, he's got it. His signature play, that sliding grab.
Pound for pound, maybe the strongest player in the league.
It's been an incredible ride.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
our T-Mobile coverage cam. A pitch by Logan Gilbert against Mike Trout in Seattle a couple of seasons ago. Fastball after fastball, four-seam fastball. Mike Trout trying to time that fastball just a little bit late on that one. Takes that fastball upstairs. Fastball running in. He's staying with the heater. Fouled that one off. They go, okay, I get it by him. No, you can't. Dead center field for Trout, a home run. That was an epic at bat against Logan Gilbert. He felt he could get his fastball by him, and Trout goes, no, you can't. That fan can have that souvenir in the outfield.
Joe Adele leads off here in the bottom of the third. He hits one hard up the middle, but Jorge Polanco able to scoot over and make the play. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the third inning.
And here's our Hyundai key for the game today. Go Blink 182. One more time. One more time, they'll be able to put together a performance against Seattle, win this series, and end this first half on a good note here. The Angels would get a chance to win 3 in a row. One more time. Putting it all together as a team against a very good pitcher here in Logan Gilbert.
Here is Keston Hiura. Remember the late addition to the lineup for Hiura, playing second base today. Asked Keston the other day what was working for him at AAA at Salt Lake City. He had 12 home runs in 19 games, and so really didn't make any changes to his swing. Just felt like he was in a good spot at the plate, so he's hoping to carry that over here to big league pitching, although the jump now from AAA to the major leagues is probably as wide as it's ever been.
Gilbert will give up his fair share of home runs of right-handed batters. So this is a good opportunity for Hiura to get one of these and get this in the air. He's given up 10 home runs, which is running about 15 total.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Logan Gilbert has largely pitched well on the road this year. 2.84 ERA and 10 road starts. In his career, he has gone 26-7 on the road. His record at home is 12-16. But he has the best road winning percentage in Major League history for a pitcher that's made at least 50 starts on the road in his career. He has a .788 winning percentage away from T-Mobile Park.
I mean, you always think of T-Mobile Park as a pitcher's yard, too.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Keston Hiura. Only 1 base runner in this game. It was Shotwell who doubled to lead off the first inning. He's on deck. Gilbert's second in WHIP. That's walks plus hits per inning pitched. 4th in opponent's batting average, 6th in opponent's OPS, and 6th in ERA. And after this inning, he'll be first in that category in the major leagues. Two balls, 2 strikes on Hiura. That is strike 3 call. 98 on the black. Nasty pitch. 3rd strikeout from Gilbert.
And his ability to paint his fastball, too. And brings it back and catches the corner. It's one of those ones as a hitter, you kind of give up. You think it's off the plate. Be able to bring it back, and Raleigh again behind the plate. Very, very good as far as framing pitches.
Gilbert was a first-round pick out of Stetson University. That is quite a pitching crew they've assembled over the last decade plus. Corey Kluber, Jacob deGrom, Cy Young winners, and now this guy.
I believe a future Cy Young Award winner, too, for Logan Gilbert. His stuff.
Well, he might be in the conversation for it this year in the American League. Shotwell with a drive right center field. Moving over for this Robles into the gap at the warning track. Makes the catch. And he dropped the ball at the end, but he caught it, and the inning is over.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
From the day's first pitch to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
So it'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
I've given up on trying to get rid of batting average. There's no beating it.
Brian Kenny's always thinking about baseball, and he's fired up for 2024.
These are the standards by which major leaguers are measured.
Watch the show for the thinking fan. MLB Now on MLB Network.
Check out our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Carson Fulmer has been outstanding. 9 swing and misses so far. 3 on his four-seamer, 2 on his sinker, 2 on his changeup, 1 on his slider, and 1 with his curveball. Matches a season high for him already here. Going into the 4th inning for Carson Fulmer has been great. Think about how many swing and misses he's been getting with his fastball. Not necessarily known for his fastball, but he's spotting his fastball exceptionally well to go along with his very good plus changeup, curveball, and slider combo.
9 up, 9 down, 4 strikeouts. J.P. Crawford leads off the 4th inning, and there's a strike. Well, Fulmer, that's his 39th pitch. He threw 59 in his last outing, and he's thrown as many as 62 in a game this year. So he can get up to 65, 70 pitches or so, at least today. No balls and 2 strikes on J.P. Crawford. In the bullpen game, and especially with the All-Star break approaching, you get a start a little bit longer than you expect from one of your relievers, essentially. Well, that makes it a whole lot easier to manage the back part of this game if you're Ron Washington. Cue shot foul, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Rangers beat the Astros today, so if Seattle loses, Texas would be just 5 back in the AL West, and the Astros would stay 1 game out. Rangers go 9-4 in their last 13 games heading into the All-Star break. Just missed 1 ball, 2 strikes on Crawford. Standings in the American League West, Seattle's been on top for most of the season so far, but Houston and Texas have charged back. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout for Fulmer.
And another swing and miss. He even threw his changeup, which he hasn't thrown a lot yet. And that's his #1 pitch. His slider, we mentioned about the spin on that one. And a nice play by Ohapi catching that foul tip. Another punch out. Already 5 in the game for Carson Fulmer.
Ties his season high. His career high is 9 back when he was still a member of the White Sox, trying to make good on their 1st round pick that they gave to Fulmer. A 30-year-old right-hander from Florida, drafted by the White Sox 8th overall in 2015 out of Vanderbilt University.
Well, he pitches like he's a hockey player. He told me if he wasn't professional baseball player and he could be anything else, he said he'd love to be a professional hockey player, and that's the mentality he has.
This is his 17th major league start. He had 1 with the Angels last year. He had 2 with the White Sox in 2019. He made 8 in 2018. That's in those 18 and 19 seasons. He really couldn't get anybody out. He had a lot of problems with his command. Check swing to Garver, and he held up 3 balls and a strike. He's been a different pitcher since joining the Angels at the very end of last season. 3 balls and 1 strike. That's on the inside corner to make it 3-2.
Got the benefit of that call there. He's been about a half a baseball off the inside corner, but he's been around the strike zone all game long, so you have a tendency to get those borderline ones your way, whether they're strikes or not.
Full count, 3-2 on Garver. Carson Fulmer has set down the first 10 in a row. He has struck out half of those batters. And Garver breaks his bat with a 1-hopper right back to the mound. It continues for Fulmer, and a frustrated Garver Slams whatever was left of his bat.
Part of it worked out to Brandon Drury. The other he kept in his hand before slamming that down, going down the line.
Is it satisfying for a pitcher to see a bat flying everywhere like that?
Yeah, especially when it's a ground ball right back at you, so you can let him get down the line a little bit further before you flip that over to first base too. So you can have everyone screaming at you in the dugout. It's not about making friends, really.
Apparently not. Cal Raleigh struck out his first time. He is the strikeout leader in the American League. He waves and misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's that great arm action, Wayne, on his changeup. See how far out in front he was on that swing.
Raleigh has been impressive, hitting 20 home runs on the year.
Now that one, not exactly where he wanted to throw it. But you get away with it every once in a while. You can tell by the hitter when you walk away from the batter's box like that, you go, all right, I got my 1 pitch in that sequence and I missed it. See how quickly that Carson Fulmer can go back out there and make a perfect pitch here to be able to get through this inning again and go 12 up, 12 down.
He has not had 6 strikeouts in a game since May 4th, 2018 against the Minnesota Twins. Just missed there, 2-2. Cal Raleigh with 20 homers and 5 steals before the All-Star break. Only 1 catcher in history has ever done that. It was Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk for the White Sox in 1985. It's 2-2 on Raleigh. And it's in there. Strike 3 called. Fulmer with 6 strikeouts, his most in a game in 6 years.
What a slider to finish him off.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go, take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Kyle Tucker is doing it at the Major League level. Yeah.
Seems like every game we're impressed by him a little bit more.
Deep to right field, it's gone! King Tuck!
Talk about his defense, which is elite.
He leaves, and he caught it!
Tuck out there protecting the kingdom.
Kyle Tucker has been the man. Bat flips for days. Watch this one. Hey, boys, this is what I do.
All hail King Tuck!
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
We're kicking off Throwback Week at the Big A Friday, July 26th against Oakland. The first 25,000 fans will receive a vintage graphic T-shirt courtesy of Memorial Care. Visit Angels. Yeah, the camera's on you. Visit angels.com/promotions for all the Throwback Week details. Can we go back? Are those people, do they have a City Connect nacho helmet?
Yes.
It's always been like this?
Only on City Connect days. We might have to get a sample of that. What do you think?
That's a good idea. Yeah. We need to show this off.
Yes.
Brandon Drury leading off here in the bottom of the 4th. A City Connect style nacho helmet. That is really an amazing idea. There it is.
There, yep.
With the nachos inside. Yeah, look at that. You can see kind of the City Connect logo on that helmet. Beach colored.
I might even promise to wear that on the way out if we get one. After we finish the food, though.
You're going to clean the cheese out of it?
No, it'll be a perfect look. Yeah, perfect look.
That'll be a good way to start the All-Star break for you. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brandon Drury. And now 2-2 as Gilbert misses with a big fastball, 97 miles an hour. Drury grounded out his first time. Well, the Mariners have not had a base runner in this game. The Angels have only had one. There's strike 3 called to Drury, so that's 4 strikeouts now for Gilbert. 3 have been looking.
Logan Gilbert's delivery, I mean, he able to gather and get over that pitching rubber exceptionally well. Brings the glove back around that right shoulder, and then he drives it. Extension he gets. And the way he releases the baseball, that makes it even more impressive, trying to connect when you're dealing with 99 or even a splitter or slider. I mean, his landing spot, you can tell from our vantage point, is dramatic versus Carson Fulmer's.
Taylor Ward takes it a strike.
Well, you see the difference there between Fulmer's landing spot and Gilbert's landing spot. Carson Fulmer keeps it closed a little bit longer, but Gilbert really gets extension.
Gilbert is 6'6". He's got long legs out there. No balls, 2 strikes. Missing to Ward. It's 1-2. Ward struck out his first time.
Boy, when he throws a fastball too, you can really see how much he gets behind his fastballs compared to his secondary pitches, where he spins around when he delivers it on that front foot.
Breaking ball backs Ward away, or a splitter even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That splitter's absolutely been unhittable. Slips out of the hand and up and in, and a lot of pitches up and in of late against Taylor Ward.
Count is 2-2 here. And Ward turns on one, hits it hard, but Crawford gets to it with a backhand and a rolling throw to first. Retires Taylor Ward. 2 up, 2 down. It's the splitter that has become the bread and butter pitch for Gilbert. It's a pitch that he introduced last year. He used to throw a circle change. Now he throws that splitter, and it is one of the most devastating pitches in the entire league.
Yeah, I mean, an 086 mentioned that whiff percentage of over 47%. By the way, how about Aaron Nola, a 4-seam fastball, batting average at 108? I mean, that in itself is amazing.
Willie Calhoun lifts a fly ball to center field. Easy for Julio Rodriguez. Well, it's been easy for the starters here today through 4 innings.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Host a local event and give kids in your community a chance to compete in the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 MLB World Series. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
I've given up on trying to get rid of batting average. There's no beating it.
Brian Kenny's always thinking about baseball, and he's fired up for 2024.
These are the standards by which major leaguers are measured.
Watch the show for the thinking fan. MLB Now on MLB Network.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ballgame when the action comes to you. Game over! MLB Big Inning, live every game night on MLB.tv.
Carson Fulmer today, 4 perfect innings, 6 strikeouts. He's been outstanding.
I mean, he's had all his pitches working, especially his breaking pitches, his slider and curveball, and he's still able to ride that fastball 4-seamer by the Mariners hitters when they're looking secondary pitches. So far, so good. Carson Fulmer.
Last time an Angels starting pitcher was perfect through the first 4 innings of a game was last year in Detroit. That memorable doubleheader performance from Shohei Ohtani when he had that one hitter in game 1 of the doubleheader against the Tigers. Shohei's trip to Detroit this weekend didn't go so well. The Tigers had a couple of walk-off wins, including one today.
Yeah, amazing. They were up in that game all game long, but Tigers battled all the way back and walked it off again.
Julio Rodriguez swings and misses to start the inning. Fulmer 4 innings, matching his longest outing of the year. So he'll have a new season high if he can get 1 out in this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rodriguez, who struck out his first time up. Carson Fulmer has fanned 6 in this game, tying the second most he's had in an outing in his career.
And he pitches inside very, very effectively. That's a perfect time to go with a fastball inside that 1-1 count. Either 0-1 or 1-1 for me. 0-2, I'm not a big fan of that inside because hitters are in protect mode, and you also can end up hitting the batter inside there. So now you can either go back inside on him or give him a chase, the secondary pitch off the plate.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Rodriguez. And Fulmer unable to get Rodriguez to look at that changeup. 2-2. 58 pitches, nearing his season high in that category. 62, the most he's thrown in a game this year. Threw 59 in his last performance. This is number 59 today, and it's fouled off.
Like going back in there again. He was, for sure, Julio Rodriguez was thinking he was going to get a slider or curveball away, and he ran it in on him. It was a nice job by Rodriguez just to foul that one off, because that's a pretty decent movement to it too.
In the dirt there, and now a full count. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes on Julio Rodriguez. The Angels bullpen will start to stir here soon, as Fulmer would like to get his team through 5 innings. I think that would have been the maximum thought from the Angels side today in this what's supposed to be a bullpen game. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Boy, Carson Fulmer has dazzled so far, and he strikes out Julio Rodriguez for the first out in the 5th.
Just an excellent sequence of pitches. He finished him off with a changeup because he threw a fastball, 2 of them inside earlier in the sequence, then dropped his changeup to get a chase swing. Another swing and miss for Fulmer today against Seattle.
And Rodriguez nods along in respect to Fulmer's decision there. There's Polanco waving and missing.
That's why it's so important to have this plus changeup that Fulmer has. You know, if you get deeper in the game, you're already into the 5th inning. You might not have the same velocity on the fastball, but it makes that changeup even better now.
Strike 2 on the outside corner. Fulmer has retired 13 in a row to start the game. He struck out 7 of them. Little tapper up the middle. It's grabbed by Hero, off balance, in time to get Polanco.
What a play by Keston Hira. The range and how quickly he got rid of that baseball in the transfer. Polanco runs very well into the outfield grass, out of his hand right away, and on the money, just getting him by a half a stride. What a play by Hero on that throw. And the range. And the stretch by Shonewell, using that big body to get that stretch and get that out.
Well, off the bat, that looked like a hit. Very nicely done up the middle by Keston Hira. 2 outs here in the 5th. Here's Luke Raley as he takes ball 1. Raley grounded out his first time. One of the harder hit balls today from the Mariners. You know, Josh Rojas had that line out to Moniak. There's a strike to Raley, so it's 1-1.
Got some fans cheering for him down there. You can hear it.
Just the nature of this game for Carson Fulmer. It's supposed to be a bullpen game. So Hunter Strickland is up. But you have to give so much credit to Carson Fulmer, who would have had 5 perfect innings had Keston Hira not chuck the ball over the head of Nolan Shonowell. We're going to tag Raley here to see if he had turned around first, but he didn't. As Hira breaks up the perfect game bid on a routine play.
Yeah, because a little bit of a bad hop on that one. He had plenty of time, but then he didn't get that good throw. Again, as an infield, the perfect throw, the one before, stayed low on it, stood up, and then the high throw.
It would have been 15 up, 15 down for Fulmer. If it weren't for that error, and it comes after Hira made an excellent play to keep the Mariners from reaching base.
And you know Carson Fulmer wants to pick up Hira right here and get that final out and give him a high five going off the field here, because he made a nice play just before that one.
That's Victor Robles, who grounded out his first time, and now he gets hit by a pitch. And Fulmer looking over at the dugout. And Robles seemed to have gotten hit pretty squarely. Or maybe they thought it hit the bat, but I guess not.
Yeah, that got him right on the elbow. Yeah, I think he heard the noise, though. Maybe it was the bat.
Yeah. Got him pretty flush on that elbow pad. So 2 out, 2 on. And the batter, Josh Rojas, who lined out to Moniak his first time. So a couple of base runners here. And Fulmer now dials in a strike with a curveball. But Carson Fulmer was about to get through the 5th inning perfectly. Keston Hira's error has opened the door for Seattle with 2 outs. And it's a ball and a strike on Rojas.
Likely last batter of the afternoon for Carson Fulmer, be able to finish strong here.
Two balls and 1 strike. Rojas has the closest thing Seattle has had to a base hit today. He lined a ball in the gap in right center field. Mickey Moniak charged over and made a sliding catch. Fulmer trying to wiggle out of some trouble. It's still no score in this game. Gilbert's been excellent too. Now Rojas chops one foul. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. What do you think here?
I still think his best pitch is his changeup. I think he goes with his changeup. And you got to be ready. More than likely, it could be one of those rollover contact plays if he does make contact on his changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And Rojas lays off that one in the dirt. So 3-2. Runners will get a head start.
That's just a pretty good take. He tried it. That's his #1 pitch.
He's thrown a lot of those changeups today, really at the bottom part of the strike zone, maybe just a little underneath. He's got a lot of chases because of it, a lot of swings and misses today. 3-2, the runner's going. A little tapper up the third base line, it bounces foul. A 2-out error and then a hit by pitch. Now a long count here. 75 pitches for Fulmer. Certainly nearing the end of his rope, pretty much at the very end of it. With 1 more to Rojas. Swinging a foul at home plate. Rojas just got a piece.
So he's tried a changeup, tried a slider, tried a sinker to get that last out. 8th pitch coming up now. Make his best pitch of the afternoon right now, Wayne. His very best pitch right now.
See what he's got on 3-2 to Josh Rojas. Check swing, ball 4. And now they're loaded, and here comes Ron Washington. Well, Fulmer should have been out of this inning perfect through 5.
He held up pretty good on that one. Pretty good at bat, really, for Rojas.
There's an error, then a hit by pitch, now a walk, and the bases are loaded for Dylan Moore. Ron Washington will take the ball likely here from Fulmer with Hunter Strickland ready to go, although Wash has not signaled yet. You know, Fulmer, a competitor, he's going to beg for this chance to get out of the inning. It doesn't look like Wash is taking the bait, though.
Yeah, I think he has to.
There you go. There's the call to the bullpen. Hunter Strickland will come in. Very strong performance from Carson Fulmer today.
Hims was made for guys who want to see results. Whether it's for hair loss, weight loss, ED, or mental health. Get quality care from licensed providers 100% online and join the millions of guys who use Hims. Find the treatment that works for you. Get started today at hims.com.
How many pairs of Tecovas boots is too many pairs? Not sure. How much fun is too much fun? Find your next pair or two at Tecovas.
Ooh, that's a lovely view.
What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
The salty air, the golden light, reflections of who you were, who you are, and who you're becoming. Luxury meets performance. Peter Malone.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun...
Carson Fulmer was outstanding today. Did not give up a hit in 4 2/3 innings. There was an error on a ball hit right at Keston Hiura with 2 outs in the 5th inning that kept this from being a perfect game through 5 innings for Carson Fulmer.
Oh, he was absolutely amazing today. 7 punch outs, 4 2/3, no hits, and now it's up to his good buddy. He'll put up that 0 now.
Hunter Strickland has been spinning that slider all year to a very good performance. Opponents have hit under 200. He's barely allowed a base runner per inning. And he's here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Dylan Moore struck out his first time. And he's got the count in his favor here. 2 balls, no strikes. Runs won't be very easy to come by today against Logan Gilbert. There's a strike, so this is an important batter in this game, keeping it scoreless to this point.
A gutsy slider, 2-0 slider from Strickland.
Fly ball on the infield. Now Zach Neto backs up to the outfield grass. He makes the catch.
Taking care of his good buddy. Hunter Strickland gets a pop-up 0 put up. Halo is trying to take the lead now.
I knew that something was different. I knew it, I called it, and look what I found today.
It's Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew? Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. The Holy Grail. This is the secret. If you don't know, now you know. You can get it on a subscription model, so men can get delivered every month. And for the ladies, let your man know, and you're welcome in advance.
This is the history of glasses by Warby Parker. A theory of optics emerges in Egypt. Then for a while, not much happens. With glasses, at least. A millennium later, the first pair is made near the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It had just started leaning. Glasses exist now. People can see, but they're more expensive than they need to be. So we start Warby Parker. We cut out the middleman to design higher quality eyewear for an actually fair price. Shop it at home, in stores, even virtually. It's the 21st century, not medieval Italy. That's the history of glasses and the future. Come see at warbyparker.com.
You want to take a shot at the next level? Well, this is it. What you've been waiting for. All that work, the sweat, the sacrifice. It's It's not a question of can you do it, but can you do it when all eyes are on you? The greats know when it's time to shine. And your time is now.
That's the showcase, baby. Let's go.
It's the perfect game showcase where legends rise.
We flash you back to Logan O'Hoppe taking Logan Gilbert deep last year in Seattle, not once, but twice. So he has multi-home run games against Logan Gilbert and Max Scherzer.
That's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. You know, when we talked earlier with Mike Trout about those conversations, we showed Mike Trout's home run against Gilbert, and we showed Mike Trout's home run against Scherzer. Just saying.
O'Hoppe leads off here in the fifth. Angels have not had a base runner since Nolan Shonowell started the game with a double, which is the only hit of this game so far, as Gilbert pops in a strike at 97 to Logan O'Hoppe. I wonder who the Angels are thinking about for the last 4 innings of this game from a bullpen standpoint. Figure we'll see Hans Krause at some point, Matt Moore. Probably not Estevez or Joyce or even Garcia today.
I think you're going to see some multiple innings from Strickland, Krause, and maybe even Matt Moore today.
There's a strike. Roansy Contreras could end up in there as well at some point, as O'Hoppe with 80 hits leads the team. No Angels catcher has ever done that leading up to the All-Star break. Logan O'Hoppe has really come on so strongly in his first full season in the major leagues, becoming a leader on this team. 80 hits right now. Neto has 79 and Rengifo has 79 as well. Neto has a chance to pass O'Hoppe today.
There's a couple splitters up and in. One to Taylor Ward, that one there to Logan O'Hoppe. The battle of Logans.
It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Logan the batter against Logan the pitcher.
He was anticipating, he was reading that spin because it's not a lot of spin on a splitter. They're going down and out over the plate.
And a good pitch there to strike out O'Hoppe. Gilbert continues to roll. That's his 5th strikeout. 1 out. Mickey Moniak at the plate. Our Kia player profile. Angels bottom of the order. Well, that's where they stack a lot of the young hitters. And on this homestand, those guys have been successful.
And part of the reason is they're getting their pitch. They're not expanding and chasing out of the zone. They're squaring up pitches in zone.
Gilbert delivers a strike to Moniak. Hits have been coming a little bit more forcefully from Moniak of late. Average has stayed above that Mendoza line for the better part of the last week or two. Struggled to get there. Things have been a little bit better for Mickey at the plate.
Staying on top of the baseball much better, hitting it on the line.
One ball and 1 strike on Moniak. A wave and a miss here to make it 1-2. Kind of funny looking around here on a pretty warm, sunny day, as the shaded seats are completely full.
Yeah, pretty good crowd here today. Been a great weekend. Beach weekend.
Yeah, it's beach weekend. So, you know, soak some sun up. Swing and a miss by Moniak. The sun seats are closer to the field, and the shaded seats are further back. The shaded seats are full.
Yes, all around. Pretty good curveball here now again for Gilbert. Knuckle curveball, as you can see on the grip. Do a couple good ones down and into Moniak, who hasn't chased that pitch of late.
6 strikeouts for Gilbert. This would be a pretty surprising pick for a sun-shy crowd here. This is Southern California. Zach Neto at the plate here, as he takes ball 1 from Gilbert. It's hard to tell, but in the shaded seats in the back. Those areas are completely full.
Even up on the upper deck on the left field side, it's pretty packed up top.
A big crowd here last night, 43,000 here at Angel Stadium yesterday. The biggest crowd in a couple of months here at the Big A last night. Saw a pretty good game. The Angels pulled out a 2-1 win against Seattle. Well pitched game yesterday, as it's been today. Both sides have pitched well. Logan Gilbert has been in command really since Shonowell doubled off the wall to start the game.
That's one of those things. As soon as he was able to get through that inning, he made a real good pitch to Brandon Drury to make him hit a ground ball to the left side of the infield, unable to advance Shonowell. He's got on a roll.
He's retired 14 in a row. So we've seen both starting pitchers retire 14 straight at 2 different points in this game. We're only in the 5th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Neto. There's a liner that's fair down the right field side, to base hit. Robles cuts it off quickly. Neto's trying for second. Throw on the way from Robles. A good one. It is not in time. A double for Neto.
Every play, they're always going to want to have that checked. But that's what you got to do. That you got to take a shot, get into scoring position. It was a really good throw again by Robles. Now playing right field here today, inside out. It's an aggressive base running effort here by Zach Neto, and he gets his hand in there. No challenge. Pretty good throw too. Another extra base hit. 22 doubles now for Neto.
Goes with 12 home runs and 14 stolen bases, putting together a nice season. His 80th hit as well ties O'Hoppe for the team lead.
I really like the fact you have to get yourself in a scoring position when you have a guy on the mound throwing the way he is. He's an all-star. You see that hand in there before the tag. He kept his other hand and then his foot.
He's had 3 doubles in his last 5 games. He is at second base here. That breaks that streak of 14 in a row set down by Gilbert as Joe Adell will bat. Not sure he'll try to steal here, but he has a chance to be the first Angel to have 10 homers and 15 steals at the All-Star break since Mike Trout, and the first infielder to ever do it. Well, maybe he's dancing around. Joe Adell swings and misses.
One thing though, when you do that, sometimes you'll distract the hitter at the plate. If you're going to have a lead like that, just at that point you go. Might see a pick off.
1 ball, 1 strike on Adell, who grounded out his first time. He's made some more contact here of late. Had 2 hits in the game yesterday. Reached base 3 times on Friday. He bounces this one toward the Angel dugout. Pilar going to get out of dodge. Well, the ball got stuck.
See if he could punch this ball to right field like he did yesterday.
Pickoff attempt at second, and Neto able to get back. Not a very fluid motion from Gilbert on that pickoff attempt.
Yeah, that's something I remember. This is going back a few years. Rick Sutcliffe had that best move. That he would lift his leg up and able to spin back around and be able to get base runners going all the time.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Adell. Oh, a pick by Raleigh.
Those hands are incredible behind the plate.
He's been one of the best defensive catchers in all of baseball this year.
By the way, a perfect game going up in San Francisco. Looks like it could have been that same thing.
Blake Snell, perfect so far against the Twins today. Snell's been a lot better his last couple of starts for the Giants. 2-2. Adell strikes out on a slider to end the inning.
Don't let a clogged gutter rain on your parade. Protect your home with Leaf Guard, the only one-piece seamless gutter system guaranteed to never clog, no matter the weather. Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's patented seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. LeafGuard is the smartest solution in gutter protection, proudly protecting your home by getting it right the first time for a lifetime. From manufacturing to installation, LeafGuard handles the entire process from start to finish. Invest in your home with a company you can trust. Call 888-6LeafGuard right now for a free estimate and save 20% plus $500 off your purchase and installation. LeafGuard, get it today, protected for life.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Take a look at our Frontier play sense, the pitch by Carson Fulmer against one of the best in the game. And Julio Rodriguez, fastball in, break a ball away, fastball back in, off the plate again, break a ball off the outside corner, runs a fastball back in on him, staying away with a slider or changeup. Then he gets him on a changeup that same plane. So he threw 2 changeups, 2 curveballs, and 3 fastballs. That last changeup was perfect, was set up by Carson because he threw fastballs in on the edge or just off the edge, and he threw the changeup the same thing. Had a 4-mile-an-hour separation in speeds and movement. What a job he did today, Carson Fulmer.
J.P. Crawford leads off the 6th inning and fouls one back. Fulmer was awesome today. 7 strikeouts out of the 14 outs he recorded. Was looking like 15 in a row until Luke Raley reached on an error by Keston Hiura. Dylan Moore popped out to end the 5th, left the bases loaded, and now Strickland on for the 6th inning against the top of the order. And that just missed. 2 balls and a strike on Crawford. Still a few games in progress right now. No Sunday night game tonight leading up to the All-Star break. The draft is tonight. The first round will be in prime time, 2-1. Crawford with a fly ball to right center field. This one is deep, and this one is gone. J.P. Crawford has the first Mariners hit of the game. It's a leadoff home run in the 6th inning, and it breaks a scoreless tie.
He's had some big hits against the Angels this year. 101.3 off the bat, went 410. Didn't quite have that bite on that one. Right into the swing path, and he stayed on that one really well with some lift to it. A 24-degree launch angle to be able to get that one in the air and get that carry.
So the Mariners pop a homer here in the 6th to start the inning for Crawford. It's his 9th home run of the year. Seattle has not hit for a high average this year. .220 batting average as a team entering today, but they certainly do hit the long ball.
Yeah, they rely a lot of that offense on their home run ball and their pitching staff. That's a combination been very successful, being in first place for a long time this season.
It's the 109th homer hit by the Mariners, which is in the top 10 in the majors. The Orioles have hit 149 to lead Major League Baseball, and the Yankees are second on that list. What a crazy finish they had today. 2 balls and a strike on Garver. The Yankees played Baltimore looking for a sweep, which would have given the Yankees first place again in the AL East. They took a 5-3 lead in the top of the 9th on a 3-run homer by Ben Rice off of Craig Kimbrell. The Orioles blew a 9th inning lead. And then in the bottom of the 9th, Baltimore loaded the bases with 2 outs against Clay Holmes. Anthony Volpe made an error on a play that would have ended the game, and then Cedric Mullins hit a fly ball to left field. Alex Verdugo fell down, and couldn't reach it, and the Orioles scored 3 runs with 2 outs to win 6-5 as Garver strikes out. First strikeout for Strickland. Here it is, just a crazy finish to this game. Here's the bouncer, an easy play for Volpe, and he drops it. Everybody's safe. It's 5-4 Yankees at that point. And here's Mullins, a fly ball to left, and I don't know what happened to Verdugo.
Yeah, he went in on the baseball, and he's been so good defensively for the Yankees out in left field.
That's just an incredible way to lose. And for the Yankees, wow, what a catch! Who was that?
As they would say in Baltimore, give that fan a contract.
Well, if Verdugo would have done that, the Yankees would have won. Jeez.
Nice play.
No balls, 2 strikes on Cal Raleigh. He works in the Mariners front office. On the wrong side of the field.
Said no problem.
No balls and 2 strikes on Raleigh, who has struck out twice today.
Wait, that was the 3rd home run by J.P. Crawford versus the Angels this season. He's got 9 home runs on the year.
This is the first of 2 trips the Mariners have to Angel Stadium this year. They'll come back at the end of August. Angels will be in Seattle on the first road trip after the All-Star break.
Yeah, done with being in Seattle and Oakland.
Those Macho Man sunglasses, too, he's wearing. That's what you're supposed to do after you hit a home run.
Yes. Ooh, yeah. We don't want that, though. He's been real good. Mentioned a lot. You talk about a lot of the other players. He's a big part of the reason why they're good.
Another strikeout for Raleigh. That's 3 today. Back-to-back for Strickland here in the 6th. That was part of Throwback Week. Saturday, July 27th, the Angels host the A's, and the first 25,000 fans will take home a Mike Trout throwback bobblehead, courtesy of Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info. Keep cool on a warm day. Stick water in the hat, and then you get a cool head. Cooler heads always prevail. Julio Rodriguez has also struck out twice today. Well, Raleigh and Rodriguez have been so good offensively in this series, but today they're 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts.
I think it's now 6 in a row for Cal Raleigh as far as strikeouts. 6 in a row. That's been incredible, especially in the first 2 games.
That slider really just spun right over the middle of the plate, and Rodriguez swung at it like it was a high fastball. So it's 1-2. A little bouncer slowly hit. Hira charging, has to rush it to first. A double clutch. Shotwell was not quite in position, and that froze Hira as Rodriguez beats it out. So I guess an infield hit, but another play that should have been made at second base.
Yeah, where he's playing, Kesta coming in, but Shotwell went after it also, trying to find the bag, especially with that speed.
I don't know why Shotwell would have taken a step toward the ball, and that ball was hit up the middle. So a couple of
Julio Rodriguez is walking odd back to the bag, though. He's looking in. He seems to be all right, but it took a while to get back to the base.
Scott Service took a step out toward the field. You see the long lunge from Rodriguez, and kind of an awkward step there.
Or he could be pulling that Ricky Henderson thing, thinking his legs aren't feeling good, then he'll steal on the first pitch.
Very easily possible. There's ball 1 to Polanco. So I believe an infield hit was given there, but a play that should have been made.
Get down the line at 30.2 feet per second. That's elite speed.
You can hear his case there. He's just got to get rid of the ball. And if Shonowell, leave it up to him to turn around and find it.
Yep. Rodriguez has not attempted a stolen base in this series yet.
He hasn't had really big leads. A small lead here as Polanco lines it just past Shonowell, foul. With Shonowell holding Rodriguez, he had a chance to catch that ball on the fly.
He's reacting, trying to get that baseball just off the end of the glove. He was out real early this morning working on some fielding drills. Ryan Goins again on a warm afternoon on a Sunday morning.
Throw over as Rodriguez dives back. Atlanta leads the Padres today 2-1. That game's in the 6th inning. Arizona has been playing better of late. They're down though against the Blue Jays today 7-0 in the 5th. It's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals lost to the Cubs 8-3. Mets lost today, so a lot of those National League wildcard contenders are on the losing end. Going into the break, St. Louis the 2nd wildcard team, the Mets 3rd.
How about the Pirates going into the All-Star break at a 500 mark?
Yeah.
That's great for the game of baseball with those young arms they have.
2-2 on Polanco. Rodriguez runs. Another hot shot foul past first.
First time we've seen him on the move.
Pittsburgh today beat the White Sox 9-4. Certainly helped to go to Chicago and play the White Sox. Pirates swept that series. So that helped.
48 and 48.
Yep. White Sox are 27 and 71. They have the all-time record for losses at the All-Star break. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jorge Polanco. High pop-up. Neto goes out. Called off by Moniak, who makes the catch. Mariners take the lead, and one of their front office people made a great catch on a foul ball. It's 1-0 Seattle.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
From the day's first pitch to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
So it'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go. Take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Be a part of history at the Big A when the Angels face the New York Mets on Friday, August 2nd. The first 25,000 fans will receive a Rally Monkey hand puppet courtesy of Miller Children's Hospital and set the Angels Stadium record for most puppets at the Big A. Visit angels.com/promotions for more. Hopefully all of those hand puppets will chastise Steve Gelbs when the Mets come to town at Angel Stadium.
Going for another record here. Been part of a few of those records over the years. That's a onesie I think we had a number of years ago. He's a member of the Angels. That was fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Keston Hiura leads off here at the bottom of the 6th inning against Logan Gilbert.
Also a wrestling mask too. I think you would have loved that one.
Luchador mask? Like a luchador
yes,
one?
Yes.
I would like that. Gilbert has struck out 7 today. He's only allowed 2 hits, both doubles.
He's got the power to tie it up.
Still waiting for his first homer as an Angel as he fouls this one back and out of play. Bounced out of the upper deck and into the seats below. Blake Snell is still on the mound for San Francisco, but his perfect game bid is over in the 7th inning. He's allowed a base hit to Manuel Margot. 2-0 Giants over the Twins there in the 7th. At Oracle Park, San Francisco has fallen to 4th in the NL West. Roller to 3rd. Rojas picks that and throws out Hira.
Boy, another pitch right on the edges of the plate. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The pitches on the edge, 13 of them. 5 with his 4-seamer, 3 splitter, 3 slider, curveball. And right here again, backup curveball on the edges. He's not leaving any pitches out over the plate where you can get the barrel on it and lift it on this warm afternoon where you can get that home run out there. He's given up 15 of them, but he's been on the edges all game long. Anyone with any good swings really has been Shawnoel.
He's had 3 straight starts with a home run allowed. Shawnoel doubled off the wall earlier and then flied out to the warning track his last time. 68 pitches for Gilbert in 5 1/3 innings. And he's not afraid to go deep into games. He went 7 2/3 his last start. He's had 3 outings this year where he's gone at least 8.
We're reminiscent of the Angels All-Star Tyler Anderson as far as getting deep in the games.
Both of these guys are All-Stars. Anderson will be eligible to pitch in the All-Star game on Tuesday. Gilbert will not be. Shawnoel lifts one the other way, left field for Dylan Moore. 2 up, 2 down. Brandon Drury will bat after we hear from Hyundai.
With features you won't find on CR-V, RAV4, or Forester, only a Tucson compares to a Tucson.
Drury is 0 for 2. He has struck out. Mentioned the 7 strikeouts for Gilbert. Same number for Carson Fulmer in his 4 2/3 innings. Gilbert's season high in strikeouts is 9. Had a career high 12 strikeouts in a game against the Padres last August.
This has real good momentum on the pitching rubber. He's tall and he uses that leverage downhill very effectively.
And a ground ball from Drury. Rojas coming in for this. A 1-2-3 inning.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ball game when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning, live every game night on MLB.tv.
Angels Baseball and Valley Sports brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Visit Spectrum.com for details. The Angels have Tyler Anderson headed to the All-Star game. He is the first left-handed Angels starting pitcher to be named an All-Star since Hector Santiago in 2015. And at least two of them in the ballpark today between Anderson and Mark Langston on Angels radio. And I'm sure Clyde Wright is here somewhere.
Oh, Clyde's got to be here somewhere. If not, he's listening.
There's Mark Langston, Terry Smith's partner on Angels radio broadcasts.
Mr. All-Star, Mr. Gold Glove winner.
And a pretty good career Mark Langston did. He got to the World Series with the Padres in 1998. Here is Matt Moore on the mound against Luke Raley in the 7th.
Crazy thing, Wayne, we got to play in an All-Star game together in 1983 in the Southern League All-Star game, Langston.
Where was that at?
In Chattanooga.
Oh. No balls and 2 strikes on Luke Raley.
Jimmy Key was on that team too, another good lefty.
Oh. Strike 3 called as Matt Moore punches out Raley. 1 out. Take a look at one of your favorite moments so far this year.
History on this one too. Home runs by a 22, 23, 24, and 25-year-old in the same game. First time in history. That was pretty cool down, especially when you think about who it is against and where would that happen at in Houston. Place where the Angels had struggled quite a bit and won that series down in Houston.
Really should have some commemoration from the team as far as a bobblehead or a t-shirt, something about that historic night in Houston. I mean, you're building this around all these young players age 25 and younger. They all homer in the same game historically. I hope we see some sort of moment made for these players that came through on that night.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I remember after that game, Eric Weston interviewed all 4 of them. They were super excited. They didn't realize that themselves. They were part of history.
2 balls and 1 strike on Victor Robles, who was hit by a pitch his first time up.
And 3 of those home runs were against Fulmer Valdez, who doesn't give up home runs.
Ball 4, and the Angels wrecked Framber Valdez that night. Robles draws a 1-out walk. Here's one of my favorite moments from the first half. Logan O'Hoppe with another one against the Astros. Logan O'Hoppe's walk-off homer. It looked like Trey Cabbage caught for a moment, and then as he came down, the ball fell out of his glove as he banged it up against the top of the wall. It landed in the front row. Mass confusion, hysteria, chaos on a walk-off homer for the Angels.
That was really cool for that one. Logan O'Hoppe was good enough to be able to not pass Kevin Pillar. Remember in that game too.
It's the first walk-off homer for the Angels in a year and a half at that point. Oh, Willie Calhoun hit one the other day.
France in the game, and Matt Moore's been susceptible to a stolen base here, so you wonder how many times he might throw over there.
Ty France batting for Rojas. So Seattle will reconfigure their infield and maybe their outfield too. Dylan Moore will probably come in to play the infield. France fouls one back, 0-2. See, 1983 Jacksonville Suns played for Gene Lamont that year.
Yes.
Can't get any information on these All-Star games in the minor leagues from so long ago. I mean, before time, really.
Before the watch was invented.
It's tough.
Had to go by an hourglass back then.
Good year, though. Only gave up 10 homers in 196 innings. Pretty good. 3.08 ERA. Runner going. Pitch looked like a strike. It is. Throw to second. Is in time. Is not in time. Robles stole the base and then hung on.
One of my favorite moments. This is one of my all-time where last year, I mean this season, where from the knees. Logan O'Hoppe, and the tag by Guillerme, the magician with the hands, the quick throw, and the tag at a big moment in that game. And I love the smile from Logan O'Hoppe. That was awesome.
Runner going to third base. O'Hoppe's throw, it hit the runner, or actually got past the runner, and it goes into left field as Robles scores. Looked like Drury, as he tried to catch that ball, made contact with Robles. And he never caught the ball. It just went sailing into left field from there. So Victor Robles creates a run all by himself.
Worked the walk. He ends up coming all the way around, 2 stolen bases.
And Robles slid with his head right into the glove of Drury. So it's 2-0 Mariners. Basically a rookie run created there by Victor Robles.
Yeah, as Drury's trying to catch the baseball, he knocks into the glove. And that's not going to be an interference because that was a play just going through.
Sliding stop by Keston Hiura, but no play on Moore. And it's a base hit. So Seattle has added a run here. They lead 2-0. A walk, 2 stolen bases, and an error, bringing Robles home. There goes the runner to second base, and as Shonowell tried to come up throwing, he dropped the ball.
About that aggressive base running against Matt Moore of late, and already 3 stolen bases in this inning. He did the right thing with the pickoff. He did a nice job of holding that baseball, and the leg kick, getting it over there quick as possible. But on the transfer, Shonowell will not get to that baseball. He's trying to clear the path to make a good throw to Neto. Especially with the runner going like that, he's going to go in there and try to block that clear throw to second base. So you have to throw it on the shortstop side of the bag and unable to get that on the transfer.
Well, it's been an issue for Matt Moore holding base runners this year, and Seattle's really exposing it in this inning. They've stolen 3 bases off of Moore. For the season, that is now 9 steals in 10 tries against Matt Moore. This is as much as we've seen a team, though, really dialed in on Matt Moore's trouble holding base runners. Dylan Moore at second base now with 2 outs. Crawford homered his last time, and he chops one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strickland has allowed a run. Now Matt Moore has. Crawford homered off Strickland last inning. Meanwhile, the Angels have been shut out by Logan Gilbert on 2 hits. That's a strikeout of Crawford. Seattle tacks on a run in the 7th.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Experience Angels baseball at the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack for only $44. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. For more information regarding the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack, visit angels.com/fun pack. Make sure you stop by the gift shop here before the game as well. Scott Spezio in the house.
Yes, Speez.
Getting his City Connect gear.
Best. That home run in Game 6, though, legendary.
Big moment in Angels history, and that comeback from Game 6, the Game 7 win. Scott Spezio back at the Big A here today.
Looking forward to see if the Halos get another comeback in them today. It's another really good pitcher on the mound, just like Russ Ortiz was back then in that World Series game.
And comebacks all day in Major League Baseball. We showed you the Orioles' 9th inning comeback after the Yankees had one of their own in a crazy finish in Baltimore today. The Tigers, on a throwing error by Dodgers pitcher Yohan Ramirez, had a walk-off win against the Dodgers today. As Taylor Ward leads off the bottom of the 7th. Just told you about 5 minutes ago, Arizona was trailing Toronto 7-0. Well, now it's 7-7.
Telling you, all the innings now in bullpens, for me, you're seeing so many comebacks. They're taxed. A lot of pitches, a lot of runs of late versus bullpens.
A lot of games before the All-Star break.
There's a lot of bullpen arms that are going to be real happy with the All-Star break.
Ty France has stayed in the game to play first base. Dylan Moore has come in from left field to play third base. Victor Robles moves over from right field to left field. And Luke Raley is now playing right field. So the Mariners move some parts around. Taylor Ward shoots one to the right field line. It's slicing foul.
No walks in the game so far for Gilbert also. Not unusual. There's 25 of them in 125 plus innings pitched coming into the game.
He's at 132 now innings pitched for the season. Strikeout of Taylor Ward on a 3-2 slider. 1 out, 8 strikeouts for Gilbert today, and we'll hop in the car with Hyundai.
With features you won't find on CRV, RAV4, or Forester, only a Tucson compares to a Tucson.
Willie Calhoun had a big night Friday. He's hitless in 2 at-bats today, flying out to center field and Rodriguez both times.
It still looks like at the plate he's pretty comfortable against Gilbert. He's reading the baseball, reading the spin very well.
One ball, 2 strikes on Calhoun. These two teams will be back in action on Friday. The Angels will be in Oakland starting a 3-game set. The last 3 games at the Coliseum for the Angels. And the Mariners have a big series coming out of the break against Houston. They will not see the Astros again until the final week of the season after they play each other next weekend. 1 and 2 in the American League West right now, separated by a 1.5 games at the moment. Seattle and Houston. 2 and 2 on Calhoun. That's in there, strike 3, strikeout number 9.
Upper part of the zone there. Another pitch on the edge for Gilbert. Throughout this entire game, a lot of pitches right on the edges, avoiding the middle of the plate. It's Tough pitch, too, as a hitter. You're giving up on that one, especially a breaking ball. You think it's above the zone. He's able to break that down and get the top of the zone.
Here's Logan O'Hoppe with 2 outs. Another swing and a miss.
Very efficient pitch count, too. It's 84 pitches.
He's only had 1 complete game in his career. His last July 4th against the Giants. He's been in control most of the day. He's allowed 2 hits, both doubles.
Had 8 swing and misses with his slider any of his pitches today. Usually think of that with his splitter.
2-2 the count on O'Hoppe.
For that base runner right here to give Moniak a chance, 1 swing of the bat, tie it right back up here.
Bouncing ball. Grabbed by the 3rd baseman Dylan Moore, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 again for Gilbert.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
From the day's first pitch to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
So it'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
Carlos Estevez has just done a tremendous job as the closer of the Angels. Lowest whip in a season before the All-Star break. Estevez right there. Brian Harvey was an All-Star closer at one point. Troy Percival certainly had some great times as the closer of the Angels. Carlos Estevez has had a huge first half.
I mean, he's throwing a ton of strikes, first pitch strikes. He's had that ride back on his fastball that earned him an all-star spot last year. His slider has been hard and tight to the break, and his changeup good too. But retiring that first batter almost every inning he was out there.
The new pitcher is Hans Kraus. As he delivers ball 1. Kraus has been excellent since arriving at the major league level. The Dana Point native pitching here in the top of the 8th inning as he delivers one high and tight. With Mitch Garver leading off. Seattle picked up a run against Matt Moore.
It'd be an unearned run on that one.
The base hit by Dylan Moore made it an earned run.
It shouldn't though, because I was in the infield.
Yeah, I don't know. Just with a man on third, 2 outs, he probably would have scored. So Dylan Moore, Matt Moore with 3 strikeouts. 26,015 in attendance here today.
It's a good crowd on a Sunday afternoon, a warm one. And there's been a lot of high pop-ups in this sky here today. It's not easy.
Garver just broke his bat in 2 pieces, slamming it down. He's 0 for 4 today. It's been
2 bats that's been destroyed today.
A frustrating season for him so far. He's hitting 175, and that's what happens when you do that.
Well, he didn't do a Bo Jackson and break it over his own leg like that.
Yeah, well, do better next time. Hans Kraus picked up the victory in each of his last 2 appearances. His first 2 big league wins coming in back-to-back outings. Has not been done by an Angel since Chris Rodriguez in 2021. No Angels reliever has ever had their first 3 big league wins come in 3 straight performances.
Until today.
It's certainly possible that it happens today, although it would take some scoring late in this game from the Angels. They've been shut out so far, but it's possible that Kraus can make some history if the Angels come back here.
Yeah, it's all, you know, bullpens and stuff like that. You always have those conversations down there as you pass time, and we always would say there's always one guy down there who's a lucky charm, and maybe he's the guy. When he steps on the mound, good things happen.
It certainly is possible that Logan Gilbert will not be on the mound for the bottom of the 8th. So we'll see. Ryan Stanek is up in the bullpen for Seattle. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Raleigh. Swing and a miss. Cal Raleigh has struck out now 4 times today and in 7 straight at bats.
Incredible. The streak he was on prior to that, he had a base hit his first at bat yesterday, and then 3 straight strikeouts, 4 in a row today, almost the exact same spot. It's a split change right there from Kraus. And a lot of those pitches are the exact spot from batting from the left side.
He has the most strikeouts in the American League. And now Rodriguez gets hit upstairs. There's a slider. So Rodriguez can stare all he wants, but that was certainly of no intent on a breaking ball.
Yeah, it backs up on him right there, gets underneath it. Gets him right on the tricep shoulder area.
Raleigh now has struck out 118 times this year. Rodriguez taking his time to get to first.
I think it's a good idea to get down there to first base with Kraus on the mound. We try to steal a base here, though, again.
Jorge Polanco at the plate. Throw over immediately as Rodriguez dives back. Drive base hit for Polanco. Rodriguez all the way to third. And the Mariners threatening here with 2 outs. Angels live postgame is coming up, presented by OC Navigator. Angels have won 2 of 3 so far in this series, trying to make it 3 out of 4. They'll need to come back late in this one against the Mariners bullpen.
There's a conversation too going out there, Logan O'Hoppe, to Hans Kraus, what they may try here, especially because there's a pretty good speed obviously at third, and Polanco can run a little bit too, depending on how this count breaks down. They might try to steal a run. We're able to steal a run back in the 7th inning.
Luke Raley at the plate. Mentioned the Pirates reaching 500 going into the All-Star break. First time in 8 years they've done that. Angels trying to win 3 in a row leading up to the All-Star break for the first time in 10 years. Chopper foul from Rayleigh. Rayleigh's 0 for 3. He's reached on an error and he has struck out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got to try to keep this as a 2-run deficit, especially with the bullpen coming in now for Seattle. Some power arms.
All 3. Victor Robles on deck.
I got him.
All 4. So the base is loaded now. All this with 2 outs. Rodriguez hit by a pitch. Blanco singled. Rayleigh walks. And it's Robles, who's been a thorn in this series, stepping up as Barry Enright goes to the mound. Visit Angels.com/auctions, the official source for game-used Angels memorabilia. Bid on exclusive items like hats, baseballs, jerseys, and more by visiting Angels.com/auctions. Hans Kraus, who has done an excellent job out of the Angels bullpen. Really, this entire bullpen over the last few weeks, or even several weeks, has been quite good. Kraus, especially so, has come up in his first 10 appearances, allowed just 1 earned run. Mariners batting with the bases loaded. They left them loaded twice yesterday and once already today. Swing and a miss by Robles. Seattle's 0 for their last 7 with the bases loaded.
We talked a little bit about this with Robles, where his hands are set up. He's pretty good when it's middle up on pitches.
One ball, 1 strike.
Got options here on this pitch right now, but if he's not in the zone, you have to go with your fastball.
Our fastball hits the bottom of the zone, a strike. 2-2. Popped up. Hoppy gives it a look, but won't have a play.
Looked like Robles is upset at himself for not getting that pitch. That's that pitch upstairs that he hits pretty well.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. A big out for Kraus. And Seattle leaves the bases loaded for the 2nd time today.
How many pairs of Tecovas boots is too many pairs? Not sure. How much fun is too much fun? Find your next pair or 2 at Tecovas.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark? Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
Learning to invest with Greenlight has really paid off.
Huh. Reminds me of how I learned about investing. Yeah, I never learned about investing.
Is there water in this thing?
Bring your family into the financial future.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Logan Gilbert, the all-star, pitching like an all-star today against the Angels, running that fastball upstairs. His slider, one of the best sliders I've seen from him. Still has that splitter working he had, and also his curveball too, but he was around the strike zone. No walks in the game here today. Limited amount of base runners, just a couple of them that good here this afternoon. It's not too often you want to go, okay, let's see somebody out of the bullpen, but after that performance, you're actually happy to see somebody else in this game besides Logan Gilbert.
That's one of those moments where really anybody would be better off out there from the Angels' perspective than how Gilbert was today.
Around baseball, it seemed like no lead is safe. Even up there in that San Francisco-Minnesota game, it's tied at 2.
Twins didn't have a base runner until the 7th inning of that game. Ball 3 from Ryan Stanek. Leading off here in the bottom of the 8th is Moniak. Gilbert, Gilbert didn't walk anybody in 7 innings. Now Stanek has come in and thrown 3 immediately out of the strike zone. Moniak 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Gilbert. And that's not even close. Ball 4. And the leadoff man on here in the 8th inning for the Halos. And now they're going to come take a look at Stanek, who's all...
Looks like his back or something.
Yeah, he's kind of tilting around out there, so something is wrong with Stanek, and the Mariners are quick to head to the mound here.
Well, there's no way. I don't think he's staying in this game the way he delivered, especially that last pitch.
And he's
maybe a lower back.
Pointing back there and trying to stretch out, and he's come in completely wild here. So this might be it for Stanek. The Mariners will have to go back to their bullpen here.
Yeah, they're pulling him out there.
Taylor Saucedo had been up, but I don't know if he'd be the one coming in here. We'll find out in a moment.
Have you heard? Soda's not a dirty word anymore. Introducing Poppy, the best thing to happen to lemon lime since, well, lemons and limes. It's the iconic, refreshing flavor you crave, but with 3 grams of sugar. Real lemon, real lime, real juicy flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy. Poppy, soda's back.
Hims was made for guys who want to see results. Whether it's for hair loss, weight loss, ED, or mental health. Get quality care from licensed providers 100% online and join the millions of guys who use Hims. Find the treatment that works for you. Get started today at Hims.com.
I was paying for my ex's wine club membership for months before I caught it. After we broke up, I forgot all about it, but my credit card did not. That's why I downloaded Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place, and any you don't want, you cancel right in the app. Raise a glass to smarter spending and download Rocket Money today.
When it comes to tickets, pick TickPick.
you're picking the best prices guaranteed, with no hidden fees ever. Pick from thousands of live events. No hidden fees, more savings. Download the TickPick app.
Join the million-plus fans who have made game days more entertaining by playing along on Underdog. Basketball fans from all over the United States have won over $1 billion. Underdog Fantasy, calling all dogs.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ball game when the action comes to you. Game over! MLB Big Inning.
Ryan Stanek coming out of the game with what seemed to be some sort of back injury. He was feeling good enough to do that. Slammed his glove on his way to the bench there, or around the dugout area.
See him still trying to stretch his back, still completely uncomfortable in there.
So the Mariners will figure that out. Meantime, Austin Voth has come into the game. We saw Voth Friday, although not for very long, because he only faced Willie Calhoun, and Calhoun ended the game with a homer, and we saw him pitch yesterday a scoreless inning.
Yeah, his fastball has got some cut action. He's 92, 96 with a curveball, slider, and split. You know what, a base runner here in Moniak with his, with Neto with his power, I'd be ready to jump on the first pitch.
Logan Gilbert, 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, no runs allowed on 2 hits. Carson Fulmer gave up no hits and was very close to being perfect through 5 innings today in a spot start. Struck out 7. He was fabulous.
2 hits combined, 1 walk, 16 strikeouts. It's 11 2/3. That's dealing on a warm afternoon where generally the baseball will fly here in this ballpark. Fans are ready.
Ready to see a comeback. They want to see Hans Krause make Angels history today.
Yes. He could be the lucky charm again.
Missing Austin Voth is Zach Neto. Neto had a double his last time up. One of just the 2 hits so far in this game for the Angels. Voth out of Kentwood High School in the state of Washington. Actually won the state championship on the Mariners' home field when he was pitching in high school in 2010, and now a member of his hometown team after failing as a starter early in his career with the Washington Nationals, really in the same way that Eric Fedde did. And Fedde went to Korea and revamped himself, and now he's been a pretty good starting pitcher for the White Sox and a likely trade deadline candidate.
You keep hearing his name everywhere as far as maybe being traded.
Well, after this one is over, Tyler Anderson will head to Texas because Major League Baseball is taking over Texas. The game's biggest events. The action begins the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN July 15th. That's tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and then catch the 94th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 16th, 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox. It's a dance-off here right now during this delay of Austin Voth getting ready to pitch.
You should go try to join him right now. Everyone would see your moves there, Wayne.
I would really enjoy every part of that.
I'm sure you would.
The rally monkey in full effect here today. A warm, sunny afternoon. I expect the ball to be carrying out of the ballpark on a day like this. We haven't really seen much of that today because there hasn't been a lot of contact in this one.
There's been a whole lot of fly balls outside of pop-ups in the infield.
J.P. Crawford has a home run today, and Angels have hit a couple of doubles. That's how they've managed both of their hits. Neto has one of those. Well, Austin Voth, sometimes pitchers feel pressure to kind of hurry up and get ready when they're in a spot like this, but I don't think Austin Voth felt that pressure.
No, he did not have that pressure whatsoever. He was making sure he was ready.
Yes, he took every second to warm up properly. Very nicely done by Austin Voth.
Generally, his first pitch thrown to a right-handed batter will be some sort of a breaking ball, whether it's a slider or cutter. Just looking for that one to get in middle of the plate. Logan Gilbert threw hardly any pitches in the middle of the plate.
Well, 1 to Zach Neto. Shonowell doubled in the first, Neto in the fifth. The only 2 base runners in this game until Moniak drew a walk to lead off the inning. Ball 2 to Neto.
6 straight baseballs out of the zone by bullpen arms for Seattle after 0 walks for Logan Gilbert with 9 strikeouts.
Stanek walked Moniak on 4 pitches, then left the game. Now 2-0 on Neto. There's ball 3. Taylor Saucedo's up in the Mariners bullpen. He still has to fulfill the 3-batter rule, does Voth.
This is one I think I take right here, even though he's got the power to tie it up. You got Joe Adell on deck. Make him throw a strike here.
There is a strike, and it's 3-1. The Giants walked off Minnesota. Mike Yastrzemski's tripled and then scored on an error. It's a Little League home run.
Logan Gilbert had 1 3-ball count the entire game. The bullpen for Seattle already in this half inning is at 2.
It's 3 balls and a strike. There's ball 4. So back-to-back walks as the Seattle bullpen is coming wild. Now Joe Adell has the table set. Adell's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. One big swing here can turn this game around completely. Ball 1.
Kevin Pillar on deck.
With that for Keston Hiura. As the catcher Cal Raleigh goes to the mound to try to settle Voth. Here comes the Mariners pitching coach as well. I haven't seen a lot of Pete Woodworth in this series, but he's on the mound now to talk to Voth as well.
Logan Gilbert didn't even have a 2-0 count in the game.
Well, he was very strong today, as was George Kirby yesterday. The Angels only managed 2 runs off of Kirby. Both of them came off a base hit from Joe Adell, who knocked in 1, and then the other scored on a throwing error. It was these very 2 same base runners, Moniak at second base and Neto at first, when Adell had that hit last night.
Excellent speed on the bases. I think you take a shot, though. To steal a base, you want to give Joe Adell a chance to give you the lead here with 1 swing of the bat.
Outfield pretty deep, especially Robles in left. That ball fouled away. It was a bit off the plate from Voth.
And you're sitting at home, you're thinking, how many of these pitches out of the strike zone? But I don't mind Joe Adell swinging at that one because he can give you the lead, but you also want to make sure it's in your zone and don't help him out.
Strike 2, that one right on the edge.
Be a real good shot of getting a breakable ball right here. Now you got to try to think other way if you're Joe Adell.
Ball 2 off the plate.
Then you're still better than a 50% chance you're going to get another breakable ball here. 2-2.
That's off the plate as well. So after back-to-back walks to start this inning, It's a full count on Joe Adell, with Pilar waiting to bat next. Logan Gilbert was outstanding, strike throwing all day. Now the Mariner relievers have come in, and it's been a different story. 2 walks and a full count. And the Angels threatening for the first time, really, since the first inning. And a breaking ball is hammered out toward left center field. Robles chasing it near the wall. It's gone! Joe Adell serves a 3-run homer. And the Angels go on top here in the bottom of the 8th.
Joe Adell says hello to the Big A with a 3-run go-ahead home run against Seattle. What a swing, Joe. Say it is so, Joe.
What a blast from Joe Adell. Crushed it out to the gap in left center field, got it over the wall. And there was the one big swing after the back-to-back walks to start the inning.
Now here is going to hit now because of the home run. What a swing, Joe Adell.
That was the 15th homer for Adell as he takes over the team lead. He has 43 RBIs, just 1 off the team lead.
Oh, that spinning breakable hard of the plate. He brought it in the zone. He's got the foot down and catches it out in front. And he covered it.
Hira strikes out. Austin Voth has now given up go-ahead homers twice in this series.
The carry in the afternoon. Oh, why not? Go out by that palm tree on a beach weekend.
The City Connects starting a little winning streak. If the Angels can hold on to this one. They won Friday in a close game. They won yesterday in a 1-run game. And now they have a 1-run lead here in the 8th inning today. Scott Service goes back to his bullpen. It's 3-2 Angels.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Joe Adell crushing a 3-run homer here in the bottom of the 8th. The Angels now have the lead for the first time today, on the scoreboard for the first time today, as they have gone ahead of Seattle and trying to win this series by taking 3 out of 4. We've seen Adell now each of the last 3 games reach base safely with a base hit. He has shortened his swing some, and it's already paying off.
Well, you love that too. He had the presence of mind of getting that breaker ball in the strike zone, and he lines it out to left center field.
Angels are trying to win a game after trailing entering the 8th inning for just the second time this year, trailing by 2 runs or more entering the 8th inning for the second time this year. The other time was that wild game against Houston when O'Hoppe had the walk-off home run. And Joe Adell, that's the second home run he's hit against the Mariners this year in a big spot. Remember, he had that pinch hit grand slam in Seattle. Shonowell strikes out against Saucedo. There's 2 away.
Like Contreras up down there in the bullpen. We thought maybe even early on, maybe starting today, maybe able to finish the game today.
I told you Ron Washington would probably have to get creative to finish the entirety of this game. And Roansy Contreras might have to get the last 3 outs here in a save situation. Bullpen's been used quite a bit here of the last few days between Estevez, Joyce, Garcia, the guys you expect late in the game. Roansy Contreras has 1 major league save. He came last year for the Pirates. Although it was one of those 3 inning saves in a game that was out of reach, so he's never had a real save like this one.
Fun game again, all 3 of these games.
Liner to third is caught. We'll see if the Angels can steer it into the garage in the 9th. They take the lead on a 3-run smash. Joe Adell, 1 big swing, and a lead for the Halos entering the top of the 9th.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
With the 25th selection, the Los Angeles Angels select Michael Trout. The New York Yankees select Aaron Judge.
Anthony Volpe.
The Baltimore Orioles select Manny Machado.
Grayson Rodriguez. Adley Rutschman. Jackson Holiday.
The Nationals select Bryce Harper. Steven Strasburg.
Dylan
Carlos Correa.
Alex Bregman.
Corey Seager.
Walker Will Smith.
Chris Ryan.
George Kirby.
There's Roansy Contreras on the mound for what could be his 2nd major league save. It'd be his first in a close game. He had a 3-inning save last June for the Pirates. There was a potential that he was going to start this game. He has started each of his last 3 appearances. And Carson Fulmer ended up getting the spot start instead today. And now Contreras enters with a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th.
Well, in these type of games too, you just consolidate your pitch arsenal and go with your 2 best.
The Angels have put Anthony Rendon in the game. He's playing third base as Brandon Drury moves over to second base.
So the key now for Contreras, Wayne, is to make sure you just trust yourself, throw some strikes, let the defense make the plays behind you.
It's Ty France leading off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the Mariners lead the majors in 1-run wins. However, each of their last 4 losses have come by 1 run. A live by the sword, die by the sword moment for them. 1 ball, 2 strikes on France.
An all-important first out to get here.
Last game before the All-Star break, Angels trying to win their 3rd in a row and take this series against the first-place Mariners. Slow bouncer to third. Anthony Rendon grabs, throws, one out.
I always get those good to have those sure hands. Anthony Rendon in there going back to her Hyundai key to the game today. One more time. Have it come from behind victory here before the All-Star break. One more time. Get that big couple more outs. This series win against Seattle for the Halos.
Brings up Dylan Moore, 1 for 3 with a base hit. J.P. Crawford is on deck. Swing and a miss by Moore. Contreras never had a save in the minor leagues. He was a starter most of his minor league career. So he's really never been in a situation like this. 1-run lead, 9th inning. As he misses to Dylan Moore. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Key is always in these spots is just think the same thing you've been doing. It's like you're going out there for that first inning. Anything different, it's the 9th inning, as if he's starting the game.
Moore has a base hit and a stolen base. 1 out here in the 9th inning. It's a 3-2 Angels lead. And that is a check swing, ball 2.
Pretty close to a swing, but looked like he held up.
Don't forget, Hans Kraus is now in line for the win.
I'm telling you, man. Could be the lucky charm.
He would be the first pitcher in Angels history as a reliever to win each of his first 3 major league games in 3 straight outings. It's never happened in Angels history. That's yanked foul, and it's still a full count on Dylan Moore.
One thing for Contreras, that fastball up has got hit pretty hard. You got to make sure you go to the outer part of the plate, keep that fastball in the lower third if you're going with that pitch.
Hans Kraus got his first major league win on Wednesday, his second on Friday. He can get his third here today. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Moore. Crawford next.
Yeah, he
That's in there. Strike 3 called.
That was a strike and a swing. Perfect pitch, perfect spot. Big out, especially with this guy coming up the plate right now, and J.B. Crawford.
Strike 1 to Crawford, who homered earlier. One ball, 1 strike. That's fouled away. It's 1-2. You'd have to go back to 2011 for the last time a reliever got his first 3 big league wins in 3 straight outings. A guy in the Phillies named Michael Stutz did it 13 years ago. It's 2-2 on Crawford. Hans Kraus in line for the win here once again today if the Angels can hang on.
Stay within yourself. Trust your mechanics. Make a perfect pitch here and celebrate a series victory versus Seattle.
Fly ball, shallow left center. Zach Neto is calling for it. He's backing up. He makes the catch. Say goodnight to the Mariners. The Angels win the series against the first place ball club. 3 straight 1-run wins. 3-2 the final today. Joe Adell's big swing in the 8th changed the course.
How impressive is this victory? Logan Gilbert was ridiculous on the mound for Seattle, but a couple walks and then the best play in baseball, by the way, Wayne, the 3-run home run by Joe Adell. What a swing.
Roansy Contreras works a 1-2-3 9th inning for his first save as an Angel. Joe Adell, happy as can be after that 3-run blast, turned this one around for the Halos.
That's a great series victory versus Seattle when you think about 0-3 up in Seattle. Got beat the first game 11-0, and then 3 1-run victories. Joe Adell, say hello.
Joe Adell, our Toyota player of the game, standing by with Carlin Bay.
All right, Joe. First of all, I got to ask you, turning this game around with that 3-run home run. You've had an outstanding series. What did it take to get it done today?
Well, I think, it was a battle on both sides to get runners on base today. And, Gilbert threw such a good game, and to get some traffic on and be able to do some damage at the end was huge. So pretty excited about it.
How were you guys able to take advantage of maybe a struggling bullpen? You mentioned Gilbert coming out and starting strong here. What were you guys able to do up at the plate today?
Well, we just had to shrink the zone, I think, and, look for our pitches. I mean, Neto, what a great at-bat before me, kind of had me able to see a lot of pitches and kind of set me up to do my damage, so I got to give a hat tip to him as well, and just glad I was able to put that swing off in that situation.
Well, as a team, winning 3 of 4 against the division leader, heading into the All-Star break, how does that feel as a club, knowing that you guys are ending this on a high note?
It's huge. It's the momentum we needed, and at any point in time, every day you come out and anybody can get beat, anybody can win, and so it's a good thing for us moving forward.
All right, keep it going, Joe. Enjoy the break.
Thank you. Thanks.
Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Carlin, thank you very much. The halo will shine brightly all the way through the All-Star break.
Yeah, you got to love that one. It come from behind victory. Joe Adell, 3-run home run. The bullpen on Sprouse. The lucky charm.
3-2 the final here today. Joe Adell, a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 8th. That changed the tune today. The Angels take 3 out of 4 from Seattle going into the break. We'll be back to wrap it up.
National League Rookie of the Year is Corbin Carroll.
This dude is an absolute beast.
He's got every tool. He's got the power tool.
Carroll has hit another one.
Runs like the wind.
There goes Corbin. Go, Corbin, go.
He plays D.
Oh, he's got it. His signature play, that sliding grab.
Pound for pound, maybe the strongest player in the league.
It's been an incredible ride.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Big comeback win for the Angels today. 3 straight one-run wins against the Mariners heading to the All-Star break. A 3-2 final here today at Angel Stadium. We'll be back Friday after the break is over. The Angels and the A's from the Coliseum. Last series at the Coliseum for the Halo. Stay tuned. Angels Live presented by the OC Healthcare Agency is coming up next with Kent French and Garrett Anderson. For Mark Lewis, Carlin Bay, and our entire crew, I'm Wayne Randazzo saying good night.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
With the 25th selection, the Los Angeles Angels select Michael Trout. The New York Yankees select Aaron Judge.
Anthony Volpe.
The Baltimore Orioles select Manny Machado.
Grayson Rodriguez. Adley Rutschman. Jackson Holiday.
The Nationals select Bryce Harper. Steven Strasburg.
Dylan
Carlos Correa. Corey Seager.
Walker. Will Smith.
Chris
Kirby.
The
power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
To Kohl's.
Oh, what a way to go into the All-Star break. Do it, Joe. He gets it done. A 3-run shot in the bottom of the 8th inning. That would put the Angels ahead 3-2. Get fired up, Angels. Get fired up, Joe. You just won 3 in a row heading into the All-Star break. The first 3-game winning streak going to the break since 2014. Angels taking down their foes from the great Northwest, winning 3 of 4. Final this afternoon is 3-2. As you welcome inside the broadcast booth, Ken French alongside Garrett Anderson. You got to love that, GA. I mean, we talk about momentum, excitement, energy. You want all those things heading into the break. And the way the Angels have played 3 straight one-run games, they've certainly accomplished that.
Yeah, wasn't a lot going on today for the Halos as far from an offensive side. But once again, the bullpen showed up today, and they did their job and kept the game close and set the table for Joe in the bottom of the 8th.
Logan Gilbert, an all-star for the Mariners, 7 shutout innings. The Angels were happy to get rid of him in the 8th inning. Let's go and see how things shook down for the Halos, down 2-0 going into the bottom of the 8th. Mickey Moniak at the plate. He would get the leadoff walk, an injury, and a replacement. Stanek leaving the game. Coming up next would be Zach Meadow, and we would get back-to-back walks, GA, and that's a good sign when you're late in the game. Leadoff walks, they usually turn into hits.
Yeah, the walks hurt. They definitely hurt. I mean, and you know, the walks that they set up for this right here, you know, you're not thinking about a home run at the time. You're thinking about, you know, keeping the passengers moving, putting pressure on the other team, but made a bad pitch and left it out over the plate. And even though Joe's having a rough go at it this year, he did not miss that pitch.
Joe Adell has had a hand in each of the 3 wins. We talked about it in the pregame show, how he's shown the glove, he's shown the bat, he's shown the legs, taking the extra base. Tonight, he comes up big in a big situation on a day, it's draft day. Former first-round pick by the Angels comes through.
And these are learning lessons for young players that going through stuff like this. And this is the type of stuff that you take a mental note. Hey, what was my bat like? What was my approach? What was my thought process? And that's how you build on becoming a better Major League ball player.
You know, you've had a chance to talk with Joe Adell several times down there in the dugout. What do you think of the young man's presence, his energy, his positivity? Seems like he brings that to the field every single day, no matter how difficult the road has been for him.
He does. I mean, I look at the scoreboard and you see what his season is. He's had some big hits this year for the team, but consistency-wise this year, it just hasn't been there. And yes, the positive is in you. Every time I see him, you wouldn't know if he was doing good or bad, and that's really a great sign of maturity in a ball player that's continuing to grow.
Second career go-ahead homer in the 8th inning or later for Joe Adell. Some highlights from Joe over the course of the first half of the season. You know, that was number 15 on the year. Joe Adell, we're at the halfway point. I mean, who knows if this young man can catch fire, where he can go with his power.
Yeah, I mean, it comes all down to the approach to hitting. And, you know, seeing him starting to hit the ball more to right field, that's a good sign for me because I do watch batting practice when I'm here, and I do see a lot of pull heavy in batting practice. So to see balls going out to right center like that and line drives the last few nights he's hitting singles to right, that's really a good sign. And that's where your hits are. Your hits are in the middle of the field, they're not going to let you hit. They're not going to let you do what he did in the 8th inning today, is leave something out over the plate to hit over the fence. So hopefully he continues to keep putting a good plan together every day.
And one thing that's been good for Joe Adell, too, has been that consistency. No matter how he performs, he's getting an opportunity to go out there the next day. He's not gripping the bat knowing that he's going to lose an opportunity to play. He knows that he's going to be in that lineup every day, and that's got to change what's upstairs.
Oh, that's everything. I mean, it may sound funny to the fans, but knowing that you're going to play every day despite what you do, it takes all the stress out of all the failure, because there's a ton of failure that ball players go through. Now he knows he's going to be out there, so he just comes and gets his work and take every day as it is.
All right, fans, you know what happens when you win. You go to McDonald's the next day. Do me a favor. Tell them that Joe sent you. That's exactly right. Your Angels just won, and you get free fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with $2 purchase. Excludes tax only on the app at participating McDonald's. Experience the sweet taste of victory. The Angels win 3 straight, heading into the break with a 3-2 win this afternoon at the Big A.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Host a local event and give kids in your community a chance to compete in the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 MLB World Series. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
From the day's first pitch to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
So it'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
He got us close to 5 innings. That was huge. Secondly, we squandered some opportunities early, but we never kept fighting. And that was huge for Adell because he's been in many of those situations. And now he's come through. Now he realized he is capable of coming through. And whatever his thought process was at that time, that's what it takes. So he's learning, he's growing, and he got a chance to be in a big situation and come through with a walk-off.
Going back to Fulmer real quick, what was that conversation like on the mound? What was he saying to you as you you had to wave him off a couple times, shake your head, you know?
Well, he was telling me that he could get that guy that was coming up. He was a spot starter. He gave us 75 pitches. We made a mistake behind him that could have got him to 5 innings. And I just was letting him know, I appreciate the fight in you, but we got to bring in a fresh arm.
Given how good Gilbert had kind of been throwing those first 7 innings, how, as a manager, how happy are you when they decided to take him out of that situation?
The thing is, yeah, he was throwing well, but we was matching his zeros just like he was matching our zeros. the game didn't get out of hand, you know. So since the game didn't get out of hand, we had an opportunity. And that's what you have to do with a tremendous starter, and he is a tremendous starter. He got everything that it takes to be a good pitcher. But we hung in there with him, and that's what it takes. At the end, all he did was have a hell of a 7 innings, because the rest of the game we took.
Did any of your coaches want you to pitch in for Adele this time?
Yeah, I mean, it was mentioned, you know, it was mentioned, but it wasn't strong. It was mentioned, and but I wasn't pinch hitting for him. So, and those are the type of things he's capable of doing when he learned what he is doing. He don't quite know what he's doing yet, but when he learned what he's doing, he's going to be a pretty good player. And that power that he showed, he didn't get that ball, but he got it enough to get it over the fence. So he has to experience all of that. He got to experience whatever we got to go through this year. I want him to be a part of it.
So that's why you had him back that night.
Joe Adell has all the talent in the world and is starting to shine through in a big way. Taking a step aside, when we do come back, we're going to talk about Carson Fulmer, who was almost perfect through 5.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Kyle Tucker is doing it at the major league level. Yeah.
Seems like every game we're impressed by him a little bit more.
Deep to right field, it's gone! King Tuck!
Talk about his defense, which is elite.
He leaves, and he caught it!
Tuck out there protecting the kingdom.
Kyle Tucker has been the man. Bat flips for days. Watch this one. Hey, boys, this is what I do.
All hail King Tuck!
Angels Live is presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Angels get it done here, winning their 3rd straight by 1 run. The last time they did that, September 4th through the 5th, 2020 against Houston. All the right things going right for the Angels, including how about a bullpen game that went right for the Halos. First, though, Logan Gilbert, 7 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts, didn't walk a batter. GA gave up a leadoff double to Shanaway, retired 14 straight till Neto had a double. I mean, what a performance by him.
Yeah, and you know, he's probably walking out of this park sick to his stomach because he knows he could have probably finished his game. The Angels didn't have a chance with him today, but him controlling his fastball and getting his slider and his split over. So he commanded 3 pitches today. That's why he made quick work of the team.
Yeah, Logan Gilbert, an all-star for the Seattle Mariners. Carson Fulmer, though, getting the spot start here today. I think you had just expected to go 3 or 4 innings, if that. But all of a sudden, GA, you look up at the scoreboard. Nobody's been walked. There are no hits. we're kind of looking at each other going, is this really happening? Gets through 4 perfect innings. Carson Fulmer, boy, was he dealing this afternoon.
Yeah, he had all his pitches working as well, and all his off-speed pitches and throwing fastballs, and they were swinging and missing them. And yeah, he was hit the ground running as soon as the game started, and you just have a good feeling about it. You know, they're not a really good hitting team anyway, but he was making his pitches and making quick work of them. 7
strikeouts on the afternoon. He had 3 by the slider. The 4-seam would get 2 punch-outs, get some great defense. Mickey Moniak been playing a tremendous center field in the absence of Mike Trout. Everything was going right for Carson Fulmer. And then, of course, we would go to the 5th inning. And unfortunately, after he would continue to get swing and misses. And by the way, 7 strikeouts, near a career high for him, because he doesn't get into the game that long. So he kept going, and we're like, is he going to let him go? And everyone's like, wait a second, he's got no hits. Is Ron going to pull him? Well, here comes the 5th inning, and we figured this might be the end of it here. And this is a ground ball to Hira. Now, a guy coming in, doesn't play second base all the time, makes a play like that. Something special is going on, GA.
It usually does, but no one saw this coming at all, and it's just an unfortunate part of the game. And yes, like Ron said, he would have definitely got through the 5 innings and no problem.
That was a 2-out ground ball to Hira. That would have been 5 perfect innings, unfortunately. Then he hits a batter. Then he walks a batter. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ron comes out and is like, no. Yeah, I know. You did a great, no, you're not going to stay here. Thank you, but no, not happening. He tried. And you and I were talking about Socia when he used to come out to the mound. There was no question you couldn't negotiate with Mike Socia back in the day.
He'd walk out of the mound and point to the bullpen. So there, Lackey and Washburn used to fight all the time about staying in the game.
Yeah.
And you want pitchers like that. You want them to fight. You want them to stay in the game. But the manager, it's his decision. So yeah, there was no change in Mike's mind.
I heard Mark Langston talking about on the radio. But the way that Carson Fulmer pitched today, it set up the bullpen for later. Certainly made things easier for Ron Washington. He was a big part of this game. Joe Adele, a big part of this game, and really a team effort here this afternoon at the Big A. Taking another time out of the program. A lot more to talk about. High fives all around.
With the 25th selection, the Los Angeles Angels select Michael Trout. The New York Yankees select Aaron Judge.
Anthony Volpe.
The Baltimore Orioles select Manny Machado.
Grayson Rodriguez. Jackson Holiday.
The Nationals select Bryce Harper. Steven Strasburg.
Dylan
Carlos Correa.
Alex
Corey Sager.
Walker Will Smith.
Chris Ryan.
Kirby.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Host a local event and give kids in your community a chance to compete in the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 MLB World Series. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
After the break, this is one tap for your Halos. We're going to take on the A's. 7 of the next 10 games. They kick things off on the road with 6. Come back and play Oakland here at home for 3. Last time they'll be at the Coliseum ever. So certainly a trip that the Angels like to continue this 3-game win streak and take it into Oakland. And then, of course, they face Seattle. They'll be looking for a little revenge. As we welcome you back in the broadcast booth on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, even more beautiful, of course, because of a W here as the Angels win their 3rd straight and take 3 out of 4 from the Seattle Mariners. Learning on the job training. GA, we talked about it extensively in the pregame show. Kind of want to bring it back a little bit because Joe Adell's name brought up, and rightfully so, because the big 3-run jack. But Ron Washington talked about it in the post-game press conference about getting that opportunity, learning how to come through in big situations. And he's like, he wants him to be part of this team throughout the course of the year, no matter what happens. And those are huge statements from your manager.
Yeah, it shows his full backing of him. And he touched on it in the post-game. You know, he doesn't really have an idea entirely what he is as a player. I mean, he's still learning, and, you know, his development is a little different than most people because it was all over the place and COVID hit and not a lot of baseball being played. But, yes, the ability is there. We see it, and it's nice to see it, and I'm sure he feels good about doing it. So, you know, at this level, there's a lot of young players, as you can see. And, you know, I was afforded the right to have a bunch of veterans on the team to help me and talk about these very things that Joe's going through as far as, you know, the maturity and being in situations and what to do. So, you know, kudos to him. You know, he's coming out, he's working hard every day, and it's just good to see he's getting some kind of results from all his hard work.
Yeah, as Beach Weekend comes to an end here at the Big A, good vibes going into the All-Star break. GA, thanks so much for stepping in, and love the 3-time All-Star experience.
Yeah, I'm always helping fish out some kind of way. I had to hit behind him as well, too, so no problem at all.
You hear that, fish? Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, thanks again for joining us here on Angels Live. We wish Tyler Anderson the very best of luck at the All-Star game as he makes his 2nd appearance in his career. But right now, do us a favor, stay tuned for MLB at the All-Star break with Jeannie Zelasco and Tim Salmon live from the Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.